welcome. Let me eat a grape. I'm just waiting. I'm going to let some people come on in. Hold on, let's see. The TikTok phone is not set up right. Let's see. All right, that's good. Make sure I can, because I don't want to be looking. I'll be looking all over the place. Oh, wait. Let me restart TikTok. Hi, y'all. I'm sorry. You got to restart TikTok. I didn't put my age restriction on there. They gonna say I'm nude or something because I got boobs. Let's fix that. Let me fix that. Okay. Hi. We're going in the reverse order today. I'm going to let it get warmed up for a second. Y'all know I'm on all the platforms, so we're going to give it a second for people to join. My jewelry right there. All right, let's see. Welcome, y'all. So yesterday we went in the regular order. I had to do 2 separate videos. Your girl was tired, okay? I got hungry. As you can see, that's why I have my grapes, so that I don't leave y'all. And I can eat my grapes, okay? So, oopsies. Hey, welcome. Welcome. I think I remember you from my channel before. I had to I redid my channel. Welcome back. Yeah, okay, sorry. I was just getting myself together, letting people join. We are on YouTube, TikTok, Kick, and WAP. Those of you that want personal readings, you can subscribe to my WAP. It's a monthly subscription, and you can cancel it at any time when you're done. There's different tiers. You can do the 1 question or the 1 reading a month. I should reword it and put 1 reading a month. And then you get 2 readings per month, or you can do the weekly reading. The way that I do it is you'll get a private YouTube video that nobody else can see unless you share the link with them, okay? So nobody will be able to see your reading unless you share the link. I will leave it up on YouTube, and you can rewatch that link as many times as you need to. That's how it works. I just did one for somebody today, excuse me, and y'all can't see it. So it's on there. It is a 30-minute video, so it's pretty in-depth. You will get all the information that you want, hopefully, to each its own. It's up to y'all. Y'all let me know. But yeah, so you can do the monthly subscription. It's on WAP. I do it that way because now that I'm going live on TikTok again, I know that as the channel grows, it's going to be scammers, and that is the best way to prevent scammers, okay? So please, the only way you can get a reading from me is on WAP. I will explain that again when more people join on my TikTok. Hi there on Kick. My username is the same on all my platforms, y'all. It's YouTube, Kick, TikTok, WAP. It's all EeshUrHeartOut. No numbers, no underscores. And yeah, so today we're going to go backwards in the zodiac. We're going to start with Pisces and Aquarius, Capricorn, Sag, Scorpio, Libra, Virgo, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Taurus, Aries. Okay, so that's the order that we're going to go in today. Yesterday's videos, there's 2 videos. I literally just saw somebody comment. It popped up. Matter of fact, let me respond to that comment because it popped up on my phone. I'm going to let them know that this is a separate. There is 2 separate videos they were looking for their sign. Let's see. Oh, okay, cool. Let me see. Okay, I'll let them know. They were wondering if we were going backwards. Thank you for the gift. All right, y'all, so we're going to get started. I just wanted to, I don't have like really any general overall messages or nothing like that. We just going to get into it today for you guys. So yeah, let's get into the Pisces energy. Hope y'all having a good Tuesday. All right, let's see. Oh, you need some Florida waters. I do still have Florida waters. My store is closed. I didn't keep my spiritual store open, but I do still have the stuff. So just go ahead and email me. We can set something up. You can cash at me or something. I can send the Florida waters. I have Florida waters left. I do still have like these decks, the hip hop oracle deck. I do have the beginner rider waite deck. If anybody's interested, just email me. We can arrange it. I can ship it or something like that to you. All right, so let's see. We're going to do Pisces first. So let's see. So what is the energy surrounding the Pisces? Let's see. What's the energy surrounding the Pisces? Oh, yeah, that pink one is nice. Yeah, so just, email me. I got you. I got some more. Hi, welcome. All right, what's the scenario for my Pisces? Okay, healing. All right, so this could be like a repetitive cycle that we notice. Now, this can be physical healing, like your body, your health, things like that. But this is about noticing a cycle and fixing it. So healing is the center of your reading here. Let's see, what is the issue or what was wrong, allegedly? Let's see. Okay, so spirituality. I'm not saying that spirituality is wrong. Slow down. I'm talking about, but it could be, this is the thing. You don't want to you don't want spiritual psychosis. That's the best way I can say it, okay? You don't want to fall into spiritual psychosis. You don't want to sit there and constantly do readings on yourself or watch readings all day, every day. Like, for me personally, if you can pick one reader that you stick with, that works. Or if you even start doing your own cards, do, a reading every now and then. Do not get caught up where you're always doing readings. Hi, welcome. This can also be a religion with spirituality. This could be a religious belief system as well. But we'll see. I'm going to see what the effects of spirituality was and why that needed to be changed. I have been talking a lot lately about how spirituality is not the same as your intuition. Okay. I did give an example of that. I've given plenty of examples of that. But a good scenario would be like, okay, intuitively, I know I should not help this person. But instead, because I'm spiritually taught that we're all supposed to be nice and family and friends and loving, I'm going to help like my enemy, or I'm going to help somebody that's actually tearing me down. That is the difference between spirituality and intuition. Okay. That's just one example. But there's all kinds of religious belief systems that can be holding you back. There are also spiritual belief systems that can hold you back, ladies. I gotta tell you, because a lot of times we'll switch from organized religion and then we hop into the sage and the incense and the hoodoo and the voodoo, and we think we're doing something different. That can hold you back mentally as well, and that can hold you back intuitively as well. You got to make sure you have a good balance. I'm not telling nobody to not have spiritual beliefs, because clearly I use cards. That's one thing that I personally, for me, I decided that I will always believe in my intuition and using my cards. So, you got to pick and choose what works for you, what doesn't work for you. But I feel like in this case, if the issue is spirituality, that to me means somebody has very strict religious belief systems, or very like a spiritual psychosis, or maybe even being too stagnant, like when you're just praying or doing affirmations, but you're not taking any physical actions in the real world to make something work. All right, so let's see. What effect does spirituality have in this scenario? And then we'll see what this is healed into. Let's see. So the effect that spirituality had was defiance. So it actually created like hatred or envy. I mean, there's a lot of examples of that as well. I mean, I could be hateful or envy, or I could be like mean to people. Oh, you don't know how to do tarot. You don't use tarot. You're not intuitive enough to do that. That's an example of that. Or, okay, I believe in this religion. You don't believe in that religion. You're going to hell, or your soul is, damned and all. You could go on and on and on. There's all kinds of examples of that. So I feel like the effect of this spiritual belief system in this case is like jealousy, hatefulness, envy. Like defiance is not, it's not necessarily great. But let's see. So what is this being healed into? And then we're going to see what is healing it. Okay. So what is this being healed into? Okay, so we have guidance. So this can also be like maybe there was a spiritual belief system where you felt like you had to stay in the house all the time. You had to be isolated. Oh, that's low vibrational. I can't go there. I can't do that. I can't, you know. I feel like now it's being like, okay, I'm going to actually be open to listening to other people. You know, I'm going to be open to meeting people, doing hobbies. This is like Three of Cups energy, enjoying yourself. All right, so what's healing this here? Okay, strength. For some people, it could be a Leo. All right, now strength can also be like a repetitive cycle that we notice and we're like, okay, wait. Every time I believe in this makes me do this. Or every time I follow this spiritual belief system, I start acting like this or doing this or this occurs. So this could be a repetitive cycle or it could literally be a Leo, okay? All right. All right, what role do you play here, Pisces? Let's see. What role do you play here, Pisces? Confidence. All right, so you're in the Nine of Pentacles. So you're looking now. This is about using your own resources, having your own things around you, making sure, you know, you look good, you feel good, things like that. But this is about having your own resources that you've built up for yourself that you can pull from to create other things. It's the Nine of Pentacles in the regular tarot for me. All right, what other energy should you be in, Pisces? What other energy should you be in to help you in this moment, Pisces? Okay, ambition. All right, so now we're at the Eight of Pentacles. All right, so one thing I will say too, if spirituality was the issue, this could be a scenario where we are hoping and praying for something, but we're not putting work in. We're not putting physical movement into something, right? So you can pray for an opportunity to come to you all day, but are you studying for a certification? Are you looking for jobs? Are you studying trading? Are you studying investments? Are you, you know, looking around for whatever else are you getting a real estate license? Whatever you can do, whatever field you want to be in, it's great to have prayer and affirmations. Hey, y'all, welcome. It's great to have all of that, but just also make sure that you are also putting in physical work, okay? So ambition is the energy that you need to be in here. All right, so let's see. If you're building on something already, you already have it started. Ambition is like the Eight of Pentacles. So 8, I always tell you guys, is infinite. So the infinity sign. So continue working on what you're working on. All right, let's get a card. You know what, too? I can flip this as well. There may be a spiritual belief system where people hated that spiritual belief system, but now they're following it or they're listening to it. So it could be like the type of person, maybe they hate tarot readers or something like that, but that's the actual person that they need. And I'm going to get, the reason I wanted to flip that onto the other polar opposite, I had an experience like that. I remember this girl, I will never forget this. She posted on Facebook about how tarot was the devil and all this other stuff. And literally, I'm not lying to y'all, that night, she asked me for a tarot reading. And I was like, how is it the devil? I'm evil, I'm the devil, I'm going to hell, but you want a reading from me? So it could be something like that. I don't know. Or like, you know, whatever religious belief system, maybe they notice that somebody's doing well when they're praying and they're grounded in their spirituality. That helps that person. Maybe they didn't believe in that religious belief system, any religious belief system. All right, so I just have to give the other opposite as well because, you know, energy is polar ends and all that good stuff. All right, so let's get 8 cards. Okay, Ace of Pentacles, the Star, the 5 of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Magician. That's crazy because I just pulled something like that. Okay, Page of Wands, the Chariot, and then the Judgment. Okay. The cards that are coming out, you do have an Aquarius, an Aries, and a Cancer possibly. There's an opportunity given to an Aquarius, but it looks like they may feel like they missed out. Okay, it's going to inspire somebody to create a way to move forward on their own. You got the Page of Wands, the Chariot, and then the Judgment. All right, so I feel like somebody's going to redo an opportunity that they had here. That's very interesting that that came out like that. Okay, let's see. This is Pisces. We just started, so we're going backwards today. What is this opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles? Okay, truth. So something's visible here that we can see. Okay, what are we able to see the truth about here? So I feel like, too, somebody's like, wait, I could have taken this opportunity and created something. That's going to make somebody realize, okay, wait, I can create this now. I can make this work now. All right, what was the truth that we noticed here? What's the truth we noticed? Okay, the Temperance Angel. Oh my gosh. TikTok is TikTok is like the worst platform now. That's why I had to stick with YouTube. But anyway, shout out to YouTube. But all right, so we see the truth. We got Angel, you got the Temperance. All right, what is the truth with Angel? Sagittarius energy can be spiritual. All right, that does rule like expanding your spiritual horizons, different cultures, things like that. These are general, guys. I'll explain how to do questions after the Pisces reading real quick. All right, so what is the truth here with Angel? This could also be energy about temperance, patience. This could even be maybe there's a spiritual belief about somebody overlooking, watching over you. Maybe somebody's thinking about that as well if there's no Sagittarius energy involved. What's the truth here with Sagittarius? And then we'll see what the Magician is. Okay, so emotions and self-love. So somebody may want to consider themselves. They're trying to make themselves feel comfortable. They want to make sure that they feel comfortable above all, I'm assuming. Now, this could also be a situation because we have the star, which is groups of people. Somebody may get triggered by other people and they kind of want to be isolated or something like that. But we'll clarify too. All right, so what are we inspired to create here? The Ace of Wands. What are we inspired to create? Okay, courage. All right. So somebody's like, okay, the courage to do what? Maybe they were afraid to do something before. Okay, resist. All right. So what does somebody have the courage to resist? They're not afraid to resist doing something. Okay, order. I feel like, too, this is like allowing something to happen, because if you have to resist order, maybe they're like, oh, I always have to organize something. Something always has to be perfect before I do this, that, and the third. That could be the, because we're talking about a truth about Sagittarius and emotions. So they may feel like, okay, something always has to be organized, perfect, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what are they doing instead here with courage? Okay, voice. All right, so they're speaking up. What are they able to say? We do have the Judgment and the Page of Wands. This is crazy because I literally just did the personal reading that I did was for a fellow Sag, and this was like almost the same cards. But okay, so they're speaking up. What? Hey, you're welcome. No problem. All right, so let's see. So what are you able to speak up on, or what is this person able to speak up on here or say? So they have the courage to speak. Okay, mood. Oh. So when we see the truth about emotions and self-love, I feel like this person, when they did feel emotional, they may have pacified themselves. They didn't speak up about what they don't like. Now somebody is able to say, like, okay, I don't like this. I don't agree with this. This is an actual regret here with the Five of Cups. So this could be a scenario, somebody talking about what they regret, teaching a lesson here. Okay, let's clarify. So when you feel these emotions, it's like, oh, I'm gonna cover them up, or, doing whatever you can do to suppress emotions, I guess. Excuse me, y'all. I gotta figure out what is bothering my throat because I dusted and all that. But anyway. All right, so what might be triggering emotions here? Let's see in this scenario. Oh, it is a spiritual belief system. So that's what's going on. That's why we're healing it. So somebody's speaking out about like a certain experience, a certain spiritual belief system. That could be like, okay, if you follow a certain spiritual belief, somebody goes against you, they hate you for that, or they don't agree, things like that. But that could be like a regret here. It could be what, like I said, being like spiritual psychosis or overly focused on spirituality, or always thinking that this is automatically the answer. And what I mean by that is like if somebody is, and I'm sorry if you guys watch me on a regular and I'm giving these examples. I have to use these examples because I know that there are newer people that are watching. But it's like basically say you believe in like astrology, right? And you're always waiting on the new moon to manifest something. Or you know, the moon is in Pisces today. I get to do this, that, and the third. You're gonna learn like you can do something whenever you need to do it. Don't let something become like super stagnant. All right. What other energy? We got ambition for you. What is your role down here in these 8 cards, Pisces? Okay, rebellion. All right, what's the norm here? So we know we have like spiritual belief systems and things, but rebellion, yeah, emotions. And then what do you do to channel your emotions, Pisces? So you're going to learn how to channel these emotions. Okay, you got respect and style and in fluidity. Now, if it has anything to do with somebody else, you do have this Cancer energy here. I feel like you have a stable way to express your emotions. You're not having an emotional outburst, but you are going to make it clear like, okay, I feel like too, you're going to consider your emotions when making your decisions. And what I mean by that, there's a difference in leading with emotion and making a decision and considering how you're going to feel from a decision. Those are very different things. Like you can get angry and cry and want to go, you know, bust the windows out somebody's car. That's leading with emotions. Or you would be like, okay, if I bust the windows out their car, I might go to jail. So I'm going to go read a book and calm down or smoke a J or drink a glass of wine. That is considering how you would feel if you got locked up. Okay, so there, that's the difference. All right, so what's the outcome for my Pisces? And then we're going to do Aquarius. What's the outcome for the Pisces here? Okay, connectivity, perspective. So it looks like we're opening our mindset here. So you have connectivity, perspective, and finesse, or connectivity, attitude, and finesse. So we're opening up our mindsets. We're thinking differently. We're strategizing. We're looking at things from another point of view here. All right. Okay, let me write that down. All right, Aquarius is next. Let's see. Aquarius is up next. If you're watching on TikTok or Kick, this will be up on my YouTube timestamped. We're going backwards today. Those of you that want personal readings, the way we do it is, or personal questions, you can do the $5 Cash App questions when you catch me live. All right, so it's $5 if you catch me live. Please don't email me after I'm not on here. But my Cash App is the same as my usernames. But if you want a personal reading and you don't want your question or your business out there, or you want a more in-depth reading for 30 minutes, you can subscribe to my WAP channel and you get a 30-minute private YouTube video that nobody else can see. You're the only one with the link. If you share it with somebody, they can watch it. But nobody else can see your link on there. And that is how we do the readings here. All right, Aquarius. It will pop up with your email as well when you subscribe. And then I will, excuse me, y'all. I will email you for your question. All right, so I do see your email and I will just email you when it pops up and ask your question. All right, so we got Aquariuses. Let me eat a grape, y'all. My throat's getting better. I cleaned my ceiling fan. I also was like, I wonder if it's from like doing my nails and stuff. So I want to be careful with that. Okay. All right, Aquarius. Let me chew my grape. All right, what's the center of the reading for the Aquariuses? Hi, welcome. Okay, rebellion. So we saw that come out in Pisces reading, but in the center of your reading, what is the norm here with rebellion? So we're going against the grain a little bit here. Okay, the norm is to resist. All right, so we're going to find like a little loophole around resisting something that we're not supposed to do or holding back. What are we doing instead? This could be somebody around you too. Interesting. Change. Okay, I'm going to leave that there for now. Actually, no. What are we supposed to resist? What are we supposed to resist here? Mystery? Okay. So somebody either is supposed to resist keeping a secret. So if somebody is supposed to resist keeping a secret, they're not going to keep a secret. They are going to just change what's going on altogether. All right, that's one way, so that they kind of get out of having to tell the secret. Or if somebody is supposed to, like, you're not supposed to find out more about that. You don't need to keep delving into that. You need to let something just remain a mystery. Maybe they learn how to change their focus, or they pay attention to something else. Let's see, what role do you play here, Aquarius? We saw the star card come out in the Pisces reading, just in case you know any Pisces or you have Pisces energy. But what role do you play here, Aquarius? Okay, so your mood. Okay, so you may, now with this, you may not like something. Something could be bothering you. This could be a regret here. Let's see. Okay. All right, what might you regret, or what might be triggering you in the moment? Or you're bothered or lost. Okay, you got innovation. So we're able to create something, and in versatility. This is actually like being able to create something or having different skill sets. Now, I got to put this out here. The Empress can be pregnancy, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. I'm going to pull some cards. What energy should you be in here, Aquarius? For yourself? Okay, potential. All right, so look at the reality of a situation. Look at the resources that you have around you. If you do regret some sort of loss or something like that, let's see what something has the potential to become here. What does something have the potential to become? This can also be the Page of Pentacles to me, which is a message. So make sure that maybe you have to talk to somebody about this, text somebody about this. If something's going wrong that you're trying to create or do, the information is on your phone. Like, you're able to research it. All right. But what does something have the potential to become here? Let's see. Okay, intuition. Okay, so if there's a mistake, if you're like, oh, like this didn't work out the way that I was trying to make this work, this didn't work out, you're able to follow your intuition in a scenario. Your intuition is here to help you. Like, something's not, all hope is not lost here. What might your intuition be telling you here to do? I guess to fix the issue with mood. Okay, passion, to take action on something, or to consider what you actually desire. There's determination. So I feel like there's something that you actually want to focus on. Yeah, knowledge. So there's going to be a time where you're able to study something enough to where your intuition is going to kick in. It's going to be very easy for you. All right, let's get a card. So that's a great card. That's my favorite card, is Instinct and the High Priestess. To me, you always want to be able to follow your intuition. Let's get 8 cards here. So if you're upset about something with mood, all hope is not lost. You're able to study something or focus on something. Passion, determination, and knowledge. Let's see. Okay, you got the Strength, the Knight of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit. All right, so first of all, we got Leo, Virgo energy, doing something, wanting to do something repetitively by yourself. All right, you got the Ten of Cups, and then there's a group of people. So first of all, I think what you need to hear is the best method for something is to build it up first solo, and then you show people. I'm getting the message like slow down too. Oh, resistance. Okay, we did pull resistance. So slow down. You don't have to rush the process, but build something up first, and then you can present it to people. I see literally a bunch of people watching like a Virgo Leo or Virgo. They did something independently. I'm also getting to a bunch of people are watching somebody that's very wise, or they learn. That could be why knowledge is coming out. All right, Page of Cups, Queen of Swords could be you, and then the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, the Judgment and the Five of Cups. I'm going to say this. I feel like there's you created something and you may... It's kind of like, because innovation is almost like a plan worked. So it's like you did something, but you don't like the result of it. What is somebody saying in the Judgment? Or this could be you having a wake-up call. But what's being said in the Judgment here? And then Fight. Yeah, spirituality. So maybe somebody's like, you know, your intuition. I keep saying that. So this could be this reading. But maybe like challenge a spiritual belief system that may bother you. That you're hearing that. Like challenge that belief system. Yeah, perspective. I feel like somebody needs to challenge the perspective that a religious belief system or a spiritual belief system has given them. Okay, perspective on what? Yeah, how people view things. So I feel like we're talking about a certain belief system can change your point of view or how you view the world in general, or your overall perspective. It's almost like something that was successfully like created though. So what were you intending on creating? Or this could be like maybe you see somebody else creating something. You're like, damn, I should have did that earlier. I should have. I mean, I don't know. What's your energy down here in these cards? Let's see. Okay, style. So you could be with a Cancer. But right now you're not, you don't like what you see, or you feel regretful or sad. What do you wish you could have done here? Oh, okay, love. Okay. Now you got love and strength, connectivity and fluidity. So I feel like out of love for a Leo, or out of love for people who are opposite than you, I feel like you're in a position where you can't do that. Okay. Intuition is not coming out here though. Let me see. What might be blocking your intuition with this? Inspiration. This is your card, Aquarius. So either yourself or another Aquarius. This is your card. If you're not dealing with any other Aquariuses, it could be groups of people. I'm also getting to inspiration, maybe like just acting off of impulse. But I feel like you or no, this is definitely like, you know, and don't get mad at me. I'm not being mean or rude or anything like that. But I feel like you're either you, or if you're dealing with another Aquarius, that is blocking your intuition. What are you doing instead here? Blocking. I feel like you're blocking something out. You're blocking I'm a beast. Opportunities, luck. I was about to say that. You're blocking an opportunity. You're blocking your own luck, or you're blocking your own opportunity. I feel like that's why if there's some, whatever the belief system is, somebody's like, look, your belief system, that's why you view it that way. That's why you're blocking this out. What would be your luck or your opportunity? Okay, you got defiance, self-love, and truth. You need to see the truth about, I feel like there's an element here about why Why are you not, because it's like basically what you wanted was love, right? Or maybe romance, love, dating somebody, staying with somebody. You need to see the truth about like self-love here. What would you do? Because you're blocking yourself out. You're blocking like a fortune, or you're blocking an opportunity. All right, let's see. What's the outcome here for you? Okay, order, emotions. Okay, I feel like you need to get your emotions in order. Try to settle yourself down first. Again, don't make an emotional decision. Because it's like, you could be even, maybe because you're in the Five of Cups in mood, maybe that's what's blocking your intuition, blocking your opportunities. Maybe it's shame, guilt, sadness, regret, and maybe you can't see the positive in something else. That could always be it too. All right, y'all, that's Aquarius. Let me write this down real quick. All right, Capricorn is next. We're doing Capricorns. What? Change your mind. Change your mind about what? All right, y'all. We gotta do Capricorn next. I'm not ignoring the messages, y'all. I be locked in. That's my little joke with my daughter. I be like, we gotta lock in chat. You know, the streamers, all the streamers be saying the same stuff. All right, so let's see. Capricorns. We're going backwards today, so tomorrow we'll go in the regular order. Capricorns, if y'all want personal readings, y'all can join the WAP subscription, or you can do the $5 cash apps when you catch me live. Those are live only. All right, what's the scenario for my Capricorns here? Energy surrounding the Capricorns. Okay, passion, the things that we desire, things we're attracted to. Of course, it could be something sexual, lustful, things like that. But we'll, it didn't have to be that. But it could be, because we're grown and it's a part of life. All right, so certain desires and things like that. All right, what role do you play here, Capricorn? Okay, knowledge. All right, so that's good. All right, so you already have the information that you need. You're smart enough. I feel like when I pull this card, if you need reassurance that you know what you're doing, you do know what you're doing. I feel like we're talking about passion. You know what you desire, what you want. If you know what you desire, I feel like you have the information at hand to get it. If you are in a position where you feel like you just do not know, this card to me means you can you can research it. You'll be able to find it, things like that. Thank you. You have a beautiful day too. All right, so what do you have the knowledge about here, Capricorns? Let's see. What do you have the knowledge about here, Capricorns? Okay, personality. So I feel like you either know yourself or you know someone, or something is easily identifiable. You're able to identify it right away. Again, like if it's you. Okay, you got peace, angel, emotions, and change, and then confidence. That came out, that's too many cards. That came out in the Pisces read it. All right, so you know yourself, or you know how somebody is. All right, what are you supposed to do with this knowledge or this information? How do you use this knowledge or information here? Okay, perspective. So by knowing this, is going to change how you view the scenario because you know better already. All right, so perspective on what? It's going to change your attitude. Now, if this is you, right? Like, say you're like, look, I know that every time this happens, I get real negative. I got to think out. Let me think outside the box. Let me calm down. Let me be optimistic. You're going to have to talk yourself through something like that, right? Now, it could be also on the flip side. You could be like, oh, I'm too optimistic. I'll be believing that this, that, and the third can happen. I got to calm down. I got to ground myself. So it could be something like that. Now, if you know another person, you understand who they are, how they are, things like that, it's going to change your perspective. Okay, but your perspective on what? And then we'll see how you need to view it or what kind of attitude you need to have. Okay, power. So this could be the perspective on your own power or perspective on what somebody else is saying to a crowd. How should you view your own power or someone else's in this scenario? So your perspective on power. Okay, you got style. So Cancer is opposite of you. You could be dealing with a Cancer. Let me get one more. Okay, inspiration. So Cancer, Aquarius. Okay. A Cancer, Aquarius polarity. All right, so you know what's going on. You understand somebody's personality. You understand what's happening. So you have a certain perspective on this situation. What is passion? What do we desire here? Let's see. Hi, welcome. Welcome, welcome, y'all. Let's see. Okay, so somebody desires peace. They want to calm down. I'm also getting two with peace. Somebody just does not want to have to worry about something. They don't want to have to pay attention to it at all. Okay. This could be like I said, if you know yourself, maybe you know something makes you anxious and worried and things like that. So I feel like you're going to find a good way to kind of figure that out for yourself. But let's see. Ooh. That's too many. How many is that? Oh, wait. That's the star card. So that's Aquarius. So we'll see if it comes back out. I probably should have took it. All right. So knowledge and personality. You know yourself, or you can easily, something is easily recognizable. All right. Let's get 8 cards here. You desire peace. All right. So the 2 of Wands. There's a 10 of Cups. So somebody looks like they're leaving behind a group of people. Okay. The Empress. The 7 of Pentacles, the High Priestess. So we got intuition out. So I feel like this is your knowledge. If you have a High Priestess, you're intuitive here. Yeah, okay. The 4 of Swords, the Page of Swords, and then the 4 of Cups. All right, let's see. Four. All right. What are we doing in the 2 of Wands here? It's almost like somebody's walking away from a group of people, but I feel like people are still watching this person or observing this individual. That could be the power. This could be you, but what's the 2 of Wands here? Okay, resisting what? We're going to see what the High Priestess knows to do. Okay, mystery. So we just talked about that in the Aquarius reading. Somebody's resisting a secret. They're like, no, I don't want that to be a secret, or I don't want that to be hidden. Or I feel like too, it's like, there's nothing else I need to learn here. There's nothing else I need to figure out. What would be hidden? Okay, healing. All right, yeah, so I guess it's no secret. Somebody's like, yeah, I got to fix this. I'm going to work on this. That was in the Pisces reading. It's like, I don't need to hide the fact that I got to fix this about myself. That could be why people are watching this person. And I'm going to show you. And this could be you. I don't know. Maybe you're sharing it with family, friends, or something like that. Maybe you come up with some sort of, like, because healing could be some sort of solution, some sort of issue. And you came up with a business solution or whatever. But I feel like people are listening to this, watching it, paying attention to what you're doing. There's nothing you need to hide about it here. All right, so what's the Empress creating here? This means we have the skill set to create something. Okay, courage. All right. So courage and hustle. All right, so somebody has the ability to make money from something. There's versatility again. So this could be the courage to invest in oneself, invest in one's skill set. They're like, okay, I'm not worried about what's wrong here. I'm just going to go ahead and fix it, heal it. All right, what else is our intuition telling us to do here with the High Priestess? Okay, so your intuition is telling you the truth. So you can already see what's going on. I'm not getting anything negative when I say that. So you'll know that somebody is being honest, or like if you're wondering, you'll know whether or not somebody's telling you the truth or not. You'll see the truth in a scenario. So that's why we have perspective here, because you have all this knowledge. All right, the truth about what? You intuitively know the truth about what here? Interesting. Fluidity. Okay, ebbs and flows. Okay, that could be why the Ten of Cups is here. So, right. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ten of Cups, Four of Cups. So sometimes it's ebbs and flows. Sometimes something is good. Sometimes something is sad or boring. Something's not always going to be exciting. I'm also getting to the truth about like fluidity is going with the flow or experimenting here. Okay, so what's the truth about fluidity? Could be, I don't know if it's like cash flow or anything like that, but what's the truth about fluidity here? And you can see this. Mood. Okay, so Aquarius was in mood, and we did pull Aquarius right here. So if you're dealing with an Aquarius, you can tell that they could be sad or regretful or something like that. But this is also mood, so that could just be stagnation. Okay. So whatever this is, you're like, yeah, I know that eventually, you know, it has to be stagnant. Okay, there's emotion, sexuality, and an ambition. Interesting. Okay, so, all right, what other energy should you be in here? Oh, you know what, too? I feel like somebody is observing you. Like, if you're coming out, I want to keep the High Priestess as you, because you came out as knowledge from, like, the get-go. So that's like knowing something, right? You're seeing the truth on your own without evidence. What is the Page of Swords? Noticing or observing? Because I feel like they're observing you, and they don't want to hear that, though. So you see the truth. You're probably saying it, or like you... The High Priestess knows the truth, but she keeps things to herself. The High Priestess can also be quiet, keeping certain secrets, certain secret knowledge, things like that. But somebody sees it, but it's like they don't want to listen. Do not ignore your own intuition, because you already know. Remember that the root of this reading is, you know, Capricorn. When you're... Maybe you're going to work, you're like, oh, am I doing this right? Or maybe you have to take some sort of exam. Am I doing this correctly? Yes, you already know. You are not... Don't question your intuition. But what's being observed with the Page of Swords here? Not people know that. Okay, so somebody knows that you know, or you're going to realize, wait, I was right about that. You know that you know. If there's somebody outside of you, they're looking at you like, yeah, Capricorn knows. It's like, if it's like a secret or something supposed to be hidden, somebody looking at you like, yeah, Capricorn knows, or something like that. I mean, you know, you're not wrong. People around you know that you know. They know you're intelligent. If you're wondering, do I look like, you know, am I appearing to be a good coworker? Am I appearing to be a good manager, supervisor? Is my business doing well? Am I providing a good service? People know that you know, flat out. You're not wrong. All right, so do not, like I said, if this is not you, I mean, like if this is within you, do you have gone through enough experiences or enough situations to know what this is? Or all right, so let's see, what part of personality do we see or do we know about? It's like you know something like the back of your hand. You know it as soon as you see it. You know somebody as soon as you meet them. Defiance. Okay, we got transition and potential. Okay. So maybe you know, like somebody goes against the grain, or somebody's like kind of mad or something. Okay, what is somebody... So you know, okay, if this is you within yourself, you're like, I can't go against my intuition. You know that. So slow yourself down. Do not question yourself. You're going to have to talk yourself through it or something, or meditate. Remind yourself, maybe journal or something like that, depending on what y'all have to do. So what are we going against? It's like we know that somebody's going to go against what? Or hate or break some sort of change. Yeah, the truth about fluidity. So something's supposed to change and it's not. You know that. You know that somebody is not going to change something, or you know that something's not going to change. It's going to remain stagnant. It's going to stay the same. You know that. I don't know what this is, but I feel like two, do not change what you think. But I feel like somebody notices that you're knowledgeable. That's interesting. Okay, what other energy should you be in here, Capricorns? We're going to do Sag next. Yeah, leadership. Okay, so if you're wondering, you're the one that's supposed to be in charge, or you're supposed to start something, initiate something. You're supposed to do that. Do not, if you're like, damn, maybe I should study this again, or maybe am I wrong? Or no, you're fine. You know exactly. I cannot state that enough. I can't. Okay, what are you going to initiate, or what are you going to lead here? And then we'll see the outcome. Yeah, focus, and then truth again. So if you know somebody's personality, I feel like you're going to end up getting them to redirect their focus. This, I don't know if this is like a child, or like it could be anybody really. It could be a child, a coworker, a friend, whatever, family member, but you know that. So you're going to get somebody to kind of see the truth in a different manner. Now with leadership, you may have to act first. Like, this is not an energy where you can tell somebody. You're going to have to prove by your actions. Like, somebody is observing your actions. All right. All right, what's the outcome for you? So somebody's going to observe your actions here. No fucking way. What happened? Okay, yeah, courage. You're fine. All right, fluidity and style. Now, if you know the truth about fluidity, sometimes things are not going to be perfect. You're not always going to be happy. So I feel like the thing is like, okay, I know how to, like, say you want to start a business, or you want to get this new promotion, or, you know, whatever you want to do. It's like, okay, something's not always going to be happy or fun, or something's not always going to be exciting. I have to switch it up. I know that that's going to occur. So yeah, I'm going to have to be able to experiment, go with the flow, but you're fine. You already know. Please do not question yourself. All right, I can't I can't stress it enough. All right, Sagittarius are next. I gotta take a little thank you. Thank you. I don't know what none of that kick stuff is, but I appreciate it. What that mean? Thanks. Let me eat a grape, y'all. Yes. All right. Hopefully my voice does not give out. We got like 2 hours to go, y'all. We got hang in there with me. Okay. Sagittarius. Sagittarius is up next. Y'all came out in the Pisces reading. Thank you. Thank you, big boss. Thank y'all for the likes on TikTok. I appreciate you. Thank y'all for the likes, subscribes, follows, all that great stuff. All right, let me make sure ain't nobody on Kick. I forgot I'm on there. Okay. There don't really be nobody on there. Okay. Sagittarius. What's the center of your reading, Sagittarius? Shout out to my fellow Sagittarius. Let's see. Okay, sexuality. So this can be Gemini energy partnering up. Now, Gemini energy for me is like a decision, right? So, and the reason I have to give different definitions is because sometimes we just it ain't sexual. So I got to give you, it's general. Not everybody's sexual right now, but this could be partnering up with somebody. But Gemini energy, like I said, is making a decision. Okay, it's your mental. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. And y'all know it's the Lovers, so it's masculine and feminine. That is why I look at this card like that. That's just me. All right, so what role do you play here, Sagittarius? It could be somebody attracted to you, or it could be about masculine and feminine energy. All right, so what role do you play here, Sag? Oh, dominance. Okay. All right, so you're dominating something, you're controlling something. Then don't be too dominant. Just all right, but you're dominating some. Let's see what you have dominance over here. What do you have dominance over, Sagittarius? So you're in control. What do you have dominance over? Okay, resistance. This looks like willpower to me. All right. You have good willpower. You got resistance and resilience. So what are you able to resist here? And then we'll see what other energy. But what are you able to resist here? Superstition. Okay, so you're trying to control your worries. You're like, I don't want to be. You're trying to control your anxieties here. Okay. All right, okay. So that's why I'm talking about the mind here. But you're like, I'm not going to worry about that. I don't want to overthink that. Okay, what energy should you be in here, Sagittarius? And I'm going to clarify that superstition part just in case. Because if it's something we do need to be concerned about, then we're going to find out. Shout out to you, Positive Light, Sag in the house. All right, so what energy should you be in here, Sagittarius? And then we'll see. Okay, so self-esteem. So when you get self-esteem and that's your advice, what that means is you're going to feel left out or different. And that's okay. It's okay to feel different, all right? So we're going to figure out what might make you feel different here. What are you not worried about? What are you able to stop worrying about with superstition? You're like, I don't want to be concerned about that. Okay, being like trapped or like having a trapped mindset. So remember when we talked about Capricorn, we were talking about a certain perspective. So you're like, I don't want to worry about something constantly or overthink it, or I don't want to have to worry about being trapped. Yeah, angel and peace. Okay. So you're supposed to feel different. You're supposed to feel left out. But when I say that, it's like, don't try to fit in. That's what I mean. Okay, what might make you feel different or left out here? Okay, resilience. You're able to handle something on your own. What is everybody else doing? I feel like, too, you're able to stop yourself from worrying about what people think. Like, if you are self-esteem, right, something that you're doing makes you feel different than everybody else. That could be like, okay, I'm not going to worry about the fact that everybody views me as different. This is like a trap mindset. Or like with connectivity, it's like, okay, if I do this, people are going to connect me to that. They're going to connect me to this definition. All right, so you're not worried about looking different. What is everybody else doing? If you're resilience, you're able to handle something. That's typically like the 10 of Wands, doing something on your own. What is everybody else doing here that may single you out or something? Okay, knowledge. So Capricorn knows, and so maybe you don't know something yet. Okay, knowledge, change, defense. Okay, let's see. So what do they have knowledge about? So maybe you need to know this too, because you're like, okay, let me go ahead and figure more information out. All right, what do they have knowledge about here? Or what do they know? Excuse me. Oh, that was the next card, change. They know that something's going to change. This is why you're not worried about something staying the same with connectivity. Okay, what changes? What are we changing? What is this scenario before? Style, what does it change into? That could be Cancer energy. What does it change into here? This could be a Capricorn or something too. Oh, guidance. So, okay, these people know that because style is literally your own personal style. So it's like, okay, we know that we're going to change and fit in. But you're doing something solo? Okay. All right, so, okay, why are people changing to fit in? Hopefully I'm reading that right. Let's see. All right, let's see. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Not hunting for money, the place to live. Listen, guys. Never mind. I'm not going to give that piece of advice. Listen, don't hunt for free. You're risking your life every time you do. So don't do it for free. All right, but anyway, I don't mean like, I ain't telling you to sell it, but make sure there are some resources on hand, okay? You're risking a lot by doing that, but that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story. All right, so let me focus on this real quick. All right, 8 cards. Let's see. So you're controlling. You're like, I don't want to be worried. I'm going to resist my nervousness or resist anxiety. Your advice is to be self-esteem. Like you're supposed to feel left out because you can handle something alone or you're going to stand out. Other people are like, okay, I know how to change and fit in. So maybe you don't know how to do that. You're like, look, I just can't fit in or I just can't, it just depends. All right, so 4 of Swords, 10 of Swords. There's a Temperance. So that's Sagittarius energy. All right, yeah, the 9 of Pentacles. So already I'm getting cards where like you're solo or you're alone. You're doing something different. All right, 8 of Cups. There's a new perspective. The Page of Wands and an Ace of Wands. So I feel like something is centered around you. You're the major arcana. That is why you're coming out as dominance. You're focused on yourself. Right now I don't see self-esteem. Yeah, I don't even see the 9 of Wands coming out. That's, okay, let's clarify. I don't know. Let's see. I'm just saying, Empress. We can go into depth about that. You said want a prize donate challenge. I'm not sure what that is. I have to figure out Kick. I'm old. I'm a millennial. I don't know about Kick. All right, what are you doing in the Temperance, Sagittarius? Like you're the main character in your reading, which is good. I like to see yourself. Okay, emotions. So you can see it here. The emotions, you're controlling them. Okay, what might be triggering emotions? But I feel like right now you're not outbursting but let's make sure. It's just emotions. Maybe it might annoy you that other people are emotional. Maybe that's what's triggering your emotions. You're like, why are y'all so emotional or something like that? Okay, what are you doing with your emotions? Because that's like temperance, patience, things like that. Okay, yeah, luck. You're using them to your advantage. It's an opportunity. Okay, so I do see something excuse me, y'all. I do see something changing perspective-wise with the 10 of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Let's see. So, what is the old perspective? I guess you are coming out as dominant. Okay, passion. So, this could be why we have sexuality here. You may have had an old perspective on, like, sex or who you're attracted to or impulsive actions. What is your new perspective here with the Ace of Swords? Okay, potential. So I feel like you're like, okay, I can take these emotions and use them as something else. I don't know if this is like, thank you. Are you gifting me? Are you giving me stuff? What is that? I gotta see what that is. Thank you. Because it say like times 250. I don't know what that is, child. But thank you for it. I appreciate you. So potential could be like using something to your advantage, seeing the potential in something. Like maybe you're channeling your energy. You're like, okay, if I'm oh, thank you. Like if people are sad or something like that, you're like, okay, well, write a song about it or paint a picture about it or meditate or write something down or like figure out why you feel that way. Because I feel like if emotions, I feel like other people's emotions or something like that is what's triggering you. What's interesting about your cards, there's only one person in all of these cards. You're by yourself. You have the Four of Swords, Ten of Swords, the Temperance, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Cups, Ace of Swords, Page of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. You have, Ace of, yeah, I said that right. So you have two aces. You're inspired to have a new perspective on maybe emotions or what's going on. So what does something have the potential to become here? Because that's how you view it. Power. So I feel like you're like, wait, you got a lot of power here. You're viewing something that's giving you power. I feel like it's because you're able to control yourself or like control your emotions. So the way to say this right, like you said, Egyptian goddess. I'm Black America, y'all. This is Southeast DC, okay? Shout out to my parents and my grandparents. But yeah, we're American. We're American. But anyway, we're not going to go on that rant today. But something has a potential to be very powerful and have like you're able to do this on your own, I'm assuming. So what I want to clarify, if you're already, I don't know what else to tell y'all. What else is your dominant energy? What is able, like, what's making you more dominant here? All right, versatility. Now, we did say sexuality, so I don't know if it's because you're a woman or it could be like you have different skill sets. You're comfortable. Let's see. You have fight and pride. All right, so something has a potential to become very powerful. All right, what else is your power then, Sagittarius? That's interesting that you're the only major arcana that came out in your own reading. What else is your power here? Healing. Okay. So I feel like, I wonder why everybody else is coming out as knowledge and change, though. Let's make sure, because I don't want you to be doing... but you're supposed to be self-esteem. You're supposed to feel different. All right, so let's see what the issue here is and what you're able to heal. Thank you. Thank you again. All right, so what is the issue that you're ready to heal into? Let's see. Okay, fluidity and healing it into what or changing it into what? So the ebbs and flows. Rebellion. Okay. You got rebellion, hustle, and attitude. Okay, in order. So you're telling, I feel like you're going to tell people like change your perspective on abundance or on opportunities first before doing something. Because let's not forget the center of this is you're resisting like a negative mindset. So I feel like that's what people's perspective on abundance. You're going to be able to heal that either in somebody or maybe just yourself. All right, let's see. All right. Hi, welcome. I'm doing well. Welcome y'all on Kick. All right, so what other energy should you be in here? Let's see. Sexuality, that was what came out. Okay, guys, sexuality, transition, and fight. Okay, maybe you're not supposed to partner up. All right, well, I don't know. What's the outcome here? What's the outcome for you, Sagittarius? That's very interesting reading there. Okay, you got leadership, pride, and healing. Now, you are healing already. Capricorn is also already a leader. So the Capricorn is already doing something. You're able to fix this within yourself. I feel like for you, so the Capricorn was coming out as a high priestess already. You don't know it yet, or it's going to like kick in for you, or you may deal with a Capricorn. All right, but yeah, there's nothing. Yeah, you don't need any more healing. I feel like you're going to be a leader too. Why do I say that? Because you got leadership, pride, healing, and versatility. You're already versatility. That was your dominant energy. So this would be like having too much pride to think that you need to change this. this might be I don't know if if this is a gender thing. Like if you're a Sag woman, I feel like your energy is more dominant. You don't have to worry about, like, maybe it's something like with sexism. There's a lot of things I could explain here with that. So if it's a gender thing, I mean, women are more dominant. Sorry if there's any men watching, but it's like maybe somebody's trying to get you to think like, oh, I need, like, I literally just made a TikTok about this, about how women, they'll fight with each other over like titles that men created. Right? So you have like the wives will fight with the baby mamas, and they'll fight with the girlfriends, and they'll say blah blah blah. But it's like y'all want to be, you want to decenter men, and you think you're stronger than or more powerful than men because you bring life into the world, but you're fighting other women over those titles. So this is just in case you're dealing with something like where you're feeling a type of way, the type of woman that you are. Like, but versatility is like there's nothing that you need to change. You've already learned something. You're very skilled at it. You're versatile in different aspects of your life. That's why you have control over something. All right, that's why you're able to control, like, worrying about like a trap mindset. Or so if your advice is self-esteem, you're going to, I get why you would have to be left out in this scenario. Other people are trying to like change and fit in. All right. I'm also getting okay, now if you're coming out as leadership and versatility and dominance, I feel like before somebody thought that they could go ahead and do something on their own. They may know that they got to start listening to you. They have to change into that. Because this is the 3 of Cups in your versatility. This is 3 in the tarot. So it's almost like somebody's going to realize they haven't gotten to the space yet. So before, when I was thinking that somebody has more knowledge than you, I feel like somebody literally knows they have to change and start listening with guidance because you have more control over a scenario. All right, so good energy. Oh, that was the outcome. I ain't going. That was the outcome. Let me see. Is my pen running out? Hold on. Don't run out yet. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm running out of ink on this pen. Let me get a pen. I have been using that junk for a while. Get the little thingy off of there. Ooh. All right, so Scorpio is next. Also, let me make a disclaimer because Sagittarius might want to watch the Pisces reading. You came out as like knowledge and emotion. So maybe somebody's watching you and knows that you can control your emotions. So I'm going to put a note for that too when I timestamp it. So those of you, my Sagittarius, you might want to go back and watch the Pisces reading at 5 minutes because you came out in that reading. Even if you don't know a Pisces, you guys are both ruled by Jupiter, so that might be why that came out. I like Chili from TLC. What? Chili is beautiful, but I don't look anything like Chili at all. At all. But thanks. I appreciate it, but I do not. I do not. You said, do I really believe in tarot while I'm doing tarot cards? No, I'm just pretending for 3 hours of my life every day. What? Yo, it's so funny, man. I miss streaming. People are hilarious. You guys are very funny. Saturn rules Capricorn. Saturn rules Capricorn. All right, so let's see. Scorpio is next. Scorpio is next. Wait, hold on. So you're asking me if I believe in tarot, and you've been in here since... You've been watching me for like an hour? Okay. Well, that's interesting. All right, so let's see. What's the energy surrounding the Scorpios? What's the energy surrounding the Scorpios? Do we have any Scorpios? I don't know if many Scorpios even be watching me. What's this? Oh, need those. Yep, no problem. What's the energy surrounding the Scorpios here? Situation. Okay, respect. Could be dealing with a Taurus. All right, following rules, regulations. You may have respect for someone or something, or it's just like a loyalty thing here. But Taurus is your opposite, or you could be dealing with a Taurus. All right, what role do you play here, Scorpios? Ooh, Capricorn, Scorpio, Capricorn. That's a lot. All right, what role do you play here, Scorpios, in your reading? Okay, transition. So this could literally be moving, like physically moving from one location to the other. Or if it's a mindset, or, you know, like something in your life, you're going from one state to the next. Okay, so let's see what your starting point is. Scorpio, you are the death card. So, you know, you could be causing a transition or something like that. But what's the starting point here? Okay, connectivity. All right, so a trap mindset. So Sagittarius was resisting this. So if you're dealing with a Sag, because they're the sign that comes after you, you could be the reason that somebody does not have that trap mindset. But if you have a trapped mindset, you're transitioning out of it. It's the way that you used to always view something that way. But we're going to see. I gotta say this. I know sometimes people ask about court cases. If somebody was in jail, they're getting out of jail. But I haven't done anything court-centered in a while. But all right, so what are we transitioning to here? And I'm gonna see what the trap mindset is too. Oh, okay, defense. Oh, okay. So if it's like a trap, somebody's like flat out, no, I'm not dealing with that. Okay, what is a trap mindset, or what were we trapped with? Or maybe somebody's constantly thinking about something. What are we trapped with here? Okay, you got voice and love. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, so I feel like love bombing. So somebody doesn't view like I love yous the same anymore. Like it's somebody feels like there's love bombing here. Okay. Or something that they're taught about love or romance. Yeah, there's intuition. So I feel like this is like I love you, love bombing. Maybe somebody always took, you know, how did somebody view romance, or like saying I love you or something like that? How did they view this? Change. Okay, so first of all, Scorpio, you are changed. They may have thought you were telling the truth about something, but they feel like somebody's like, okay, this word, or somebody saying I love you, that changes the scenario, that changes things. Uh-oh, this looks like it's gonna get a little messy. All right, so now somebody's blocking something out. Okay, what are they blocking out? I feel like it's love bombing or something, but what are they blocking out here? Let's see. Ooh, ooh. Don't drop it. Let's see. What are we blocking out? Blocking out luck. Blocking out an opportunity. Okay, an opportunity to do what? What is this? An opportunity to do or have what? Power, knowledge, and respect. Okay, that's confusing. So somebody thinks that saying I love you changes what? What was the scenario before? Or like maybe somebody's like, okay, I'm sorry. Or so somebody may take words as like, okay, that actually changes things. What was the scenario before, and then what is that supposed to change it into? All right, personality, and changing it into what? What? Connectivity? Somebody may feel like, okay, saying I love you changes who I am, or being romantic, that changes who I am, or it's like saying I love you changes who somebody is, or saying I'm sorry changes who somebody is. Okay, I don't know. This looks messy. What other energy should you be in, Scorpio? We're going to clarify, but what other energy should you be in, Scorpios? Okay, so you should be in dominance. Sagittarius was already in dominance. What do you need to dominate or control here for yourself? What do you need to dominate or control? Personality. Okay, yeah, there's Sagittarius. Okay. Control, first of all, personality can be like sharing, like oversharing information. There's a part of yourself that you need to gain control over. What part of yourself? Or it's okay for you to like hold back and not share that. Oh, defense. Your defense. So you're moving over. Okay, let's slow down. Okay. You're becoming defensive. You're blocking out an opportunity. You know you're defensive. Okay, all right. I don't know. Let's see. So you know that you become defensive and you're blocking out an opportunity. And I don't know what that has to do with love. This is almost like if you were connectivity, right? So you remembered, this is almost like, okay, I know that this person loves me, or I know it would be like keeping that perspective. It's like, no, I know this person loves me. I don't have to change my mind about that, but then you become defensive. So you need to control the part of yourself that becomes defensive. Because you're blocking out, you got luck, power, and knowledge. So that we don't want to block that out. That looks like good cards to me. But we'll see what luck is for you. You don't want to... We'll see. Probably not, big boss. You turned into a weirdo real quick. You started out watching me for a couple days. Now you turn into a weirdo. All right, so the Four of Pentacles. All right, the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like if you're receiving, first of all, you're receiving finances or money, you're holding on to it. Okay, the Hermit. You could be dealing with a Virgo, the Emperor. Here's the Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. All right, so you have abundance. There's the Queen of Cups. Somebody is loving. Somebody is... I feel like out of love, somebody is trying to help you because this is abundance. It's like out of love, somebody's trying to help you, but you don't believe that or you don't agree with it. It could be Capricorn came out as knowledge. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, that Capricorn does know what they're doing. If you're wondering whether or not they can actually help you, they really can. It's almost like you don't believe it. I feel like too, the Hermit and the Emperor is energies where you want to be isolated or you want to be alone. You want to be to yourself. So, okay. What do you end up blocking out? It's like you have your guard up, you're defensive. All right, so what do you end up blocking out here? You got sexuality, courage, and resilience. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. I'm getting Sag or Capricorn energy. Yeah, because the Sag is able to do something on their own. You're blocking that out. You're like, no, I don't want to work with you. So you need to control that part of yourself. You become like real, I guess, angry or mad or something. It's like a Sag Capricorn polarity. Let me see something real quick. Oh, hold on, y'all. I had to find something real quick. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, there we go. Cool. Okay. Interesting. All right, I had to figure something out real quick. Okay, cool. All right. I feel like too somebody's telling you something out of love. What is somebody saying to you out of love here? Maybe they're giving you advice and you just don't believe it or you don't agree with it or something like that. What are they saying out of love here? You got transition and guidance. Yeah, they're like, you need to listen. Who should you be guided by or listen to here? Like, hey, like, it's okay to listen. Intuition. So, first of all, somebody's like, you need to be, we're going to figure out what you're being guided by really quick instead. Somebody's like, look, out of love, you need to trust yourself. You need to listen to your instincts. You need to listen to your intuition. On the other hand, I did pull the High Priestess in the Capricorn reading. So it could be like, I'm getting like a Capricorn Sag mix. Somebody's like, no, start listening to your intuition, like out of love, like start trusting yourself or making your own decisions. What are you being guided in your book? You don't like that answer. So with respect, this could be like maybe you always listen to a Taurus, maybe you always listen to certain societal rules or norms, or maybe you follow like a religious belief system with respect. And it's like you're not willing to listen, either like trust yourself. What are you being guided by currently? So in this scenario, I guess in the next, like today or tomorrow, something like that, like don't become defensive. All right, so let's see. What are you being guided by right now? Oh, thank you. That was loud. Oh, hey. Welcome. Hi. That was real loud. Like, that scared me. Thank you. Thank you for the rose. All right, so what are you listening to now, or what are you being guided by now? Because you're not listening to yourself or following your own intuition. Peace. Peace and leadership. It's like you don't trust yourself. What is your intuition telling you to do, Scorpios? Because I feel like, okay, so if you're starting with connectivity, you must not view this as love. You may feel like somebody's being mean. How do you view this person? Or how do you view what they're saying? Passion. So, like, say somebody's saying, I love you. You're like, no, you just want sex, or, I mean, I don't know. Or you feel like, I don't know. Oh, it must be a Sagittarius. Because passion and angel. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what to tell you. All right, what's your intuition telling you to do? Because it's like, no, I don't trust you. I don't believe you. You got mystery, skill, and pride. Somebody's literally telling you this is what's causing you to think you're prideful, or this is what's causing you to do this, that, and the third, or this doesn't make sense. How should you view the person that's giving you this information? Because they're saying it kindly or nicely or something like that. How should you view this individual? Courage. Yeah, what do they have the courage to do? I feel like they just follow themselves or trust themselves. Dominance. This is Sagittarius. Yeah, dominance and fight. So they control distractions. They're like, I'm not going to get distracted. I'm going to follow my intuition. Yeah, emotions. This is Sag. They're controlling their emotions, but you look at them like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe you're like, oh, they're too, the way they're dressed or the way they act or something like that. I don't know. But, or maybe you think they're saying this for ulterior motives or something. But they're literally telling you to trust your instincts or to trust yourself. It could be the way they're saying it, but yeah, you gotta, you know that you become defensive. So control being defensive here. What's the outcome here for you? Mood. All right, Aquarius had mood. You got, yeah, mood, self-love, and vision in order. So I feel like that's what came out in the Sag reading. If you're in a bad mood or you're regretful or you're sad, you have to calm yourself down first. And then you're going to be able to see things more clearly. Because you're in connectivity, it's because you don't see it clearly or you have a trap mindset, so you become defensive when somebody's telling you something. All right. Now, if you're a Sag and you're cross-watching for a Scorpio, Sagittarius do be saying mean stuff. So try to say things maybe nicer. Because in the Sag reading, what was triggering Sag's emotions was emotion. So I feel like they get bothered by other people being too emotional. So... all right, Libra. Libra is up next, y'all. If you're watching on TikTok, Kick, or whatever else, we're on YouTube as well. Let me see something. Ooh, that was not supposed to unmute. I'm looking at this because I don't know how Kick works. I was trying to see something here. Okay. All right, whatevs. Okay, I'll figure it out later. All right, Libras. Said you're working on grounding yourself. All right, Libra. All right, what's the energy surrounding the Libras? What's the situation surrounding the Libras? Let's see. Okay, inspiration. Could be dealing with an Aquarius or literally just being inspired. This also, Aquarius rules groups of people if you do not know an Aquarius. All right, so that's the energy that's coming out. All right, what role do you play here, Libras? What role do you play here? Okay, sexuality, you're partnered up with somebody or you're making a certain decision here. All right, so this is the role that you play. We got defense, change, personality. So you may be, I don't know if you're partnered up with a Scorpio because they had defense, but let's see. What other energy should you be in, Libras? What other energy should you be in? Okay, resistance. Now, if this is, okay, I got to just say this. We got inspiration and sexuality. You might need to resist something sexual. I just got to put that out there just because that's the combination that's coming out. But what do you need? What else do you need to resist? You need to resist knowledge. So in the Sag reading, let me explain this. In the Sag reading, they were supposed to be self-esteem, right? So they were supposed to feel isolated or different. They were supposed to feel like that because other people, they were changing to like assimilate or to be like to fit in. You need to resist knowledge. If this is you and you feel like you know everything, there's more information to get. You don't know something yet. Resist knowledge. Yeah, knowledge, fight, and skill. Okay, so resist something that you know is going to distract you, Libra. And then truth. You know that something's going to distract you. I feel like just remember you don't know everything. That's weird. Resist knowledge. That's kind of weird. All right, let's see though. Maybe you feel like you know something and you need more information on it. All right, but let's get 8 cards. But I feel like literally, if you know something distracts you or something like that, don't do it. If you know that a relationship or dating or sex right now will distract you, don't do that. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards. Okay, the Seven of Cups, the King of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Temperance. I just mentioned Sagittarius. Okay. The Lovers. Okay, so you're coming out as this right here. So I'm going to assume that you're listening to a Sagittarius, learning from them, or you're listening to somebody. This is like so this polarity would be the teacher and the learner, the talker and the listener, right? Because literally they're right there. All right, little tarot trick, you know. Okay. Six of Swords and then the Two of Swords. All right, let's clarify. I feel like the Temperance is right there. So in your reading, what is the Temperance doing? Let's see. Libra rising. All right, so what is the Temperance doing here? Excuse me, y'all. Dominance. They're controlling their emotions. So let me write this down. You need to watch the Sag reading. So their dominance, that's what they were in their own reading. So what are they dominating here? They're controlling. In the other reading, they were controlling their worries or a trap mindset here. So what are they able to control or dominate? Okay, luck. So they're in control of their own, I'm assuming, destiny, or if they have an opportunity, they know how to take control of this opportunity. All right, they're like, okay, this is the best opportunity for me to use, or this is the best way for me to, this is the best time for me to do something. This is the best, you know, whatever that opportunity is for them, they're taking full control of that opportunity. Okay, transition in style. Maybe they're doing something their own way. And what are you doing in the Lover's card? I feel like you're next to this person or you're listening to this person. Excuse me. Defiance. You don't want to listen to them, or you're going against them. Now, Gemini is literally the opposite of Sagittarius. So you're defiant. You don't want to listen or something. Okay. Hopefully, I'm going to say this, and please do not get mad. I'm being as unbiased as possible. But if they're coming out as dominance and luck, they're taking control of their own destiny, or they're in full control of an opportunity that they have. Don't be jealous or mad. Like, defiance is like, can be the Five of Swords, like envy or jealousy or hate. So I wouldn't, you know, hopefully that's not what you're doing. But I mean, I just gotta keep it a buck. That's what's here. But what do you not like here, or dislike, or envy, or what are you going against? Yeah, power. That was in their reading. I'm sorry, Libras. I don't know. I don't. If it's a Libra watching me, don't be mad at me. I'm just pulling the cards. I don't. If you know another Sag that they're in full control of their life, yeah, this is power and versatility. They're using their own skill set. That was the Sag reading. I feel like too, you're going against your own power. So if you're comparing yourself to somebody else, because I'm going to say this, in a Sag reading, they came out as themselves. You're not here. You're not coming out as a Libra. You're not focusing on yourself. You're almost focusing on somebody else. You're, okay. What are you doing instead of like maybe tapping into your own power? Okay, change. You're changing something? What, okay. What were you supposed to do, or what was going on before? You're like, I don't, yeah, dominance. First of all, if you had control over something yourself, you're changing that. You're trying to change the fact that a Sagittarius has control over something. So you're like, no. Like, you know, I'm going to give you an example, y'all. Okay, Libras, do not get offended. I'm giving this reading because it's coming out. I used to watch I watched, there was a Libra reader that I would watch, and at one time she was doing her reading right, and she pulled cards that I would read as a Sagittarius, and she literally, I'm saying word for word, she said, no, we're going to put the Libra right here. So it would be like if I'm doing your reading right and you had a good reading, and I'm like, no, this is Sagittarius, this isn't Libra. Like, it's something like that. It's like, if you have a Sag placement, don't change your own. Like, you have control over something, do not give that control up. How can you change? Like, this would be like Libra, you're working with a Sagittarius and they're in control of their career, or, and you want to change that, or you want to get them fired, or you want to, I'm so sorry that this is your reading. I'm not, please don't be mad at me. I don't know every Libra. I don't know. What are you changing it into? You're like, no, I don't agree with that, or I hate that, or if this is your own dominance or own control over your own self, you're giving up control. If you don't realize that, you are giving up control of your own opportunities or your own destiny or something like that. What are you changing it into? Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. Power. Do you want power over other people? I'm kind of confused. It's like, why do you want... Okay, maybe you're trying to turn that into, oh, you're prideful, or that's arrogant, or what opportunity does this person have for themselves? Guidance. So they were willing to listen, learn, and what did they do with it? What did they turn this into? They're like, okay, I have the opportunity to learn this or listen to this. What do they turn it into? They're listening and they're paying attention. You got passion, mystery, and vision, and truth. So I feel like somebody is observant. They're able to see the truth. They're able to learn something. What are they able to see the truth about? But they're doing that because they have the opportunity to learn, listen from somebody. So they took in information, change. They see you change. They see you changing something. What are you doing? What is this? All it took was for somebody to listen or observe, and they can see the truth. They can see that you're changing something, or who else? I forget who else had changed. What are you in these 8 cards? I know you're the Lover's card, but it's like you're... Okay, you got hustle, love, resistance, and fluidity. Okay, what do you need to have control over for yourself, Libras? I don't even know why they're the center of your reading. You need to watch the Sagittarius reading. Who is this person to you? Who are they to you? Confidence, the 9 of Pentacles. That was in their own reading. They came out, their reading was literally the Temperance and the 9 of Pentacles. They're independent, or they're doing something by themselves. Okay, so if you're hustling sexuality, maybe you partnered up with somebody. Maybe that's what you don't like. They're doing something alone, or they're solo or something. What does that have to do? Okay, what are you able to dominate or have control over? I'm just reading the cards. Don't be mad at me. Somebody gonna be like, that's not Libra. That's not real. That's not me. Okay, what can you dominate, Libras? You're able to... Ambition. You have your own career. You have your own... I wish I could figure out why they're there. I don't know why. I don't know why they're in your reading. All right, what other energy should you be in, Libras? Personality. Yeah, what part of your own personality here? All right, you got style. Do something your own way. All right, what's the outcome for you, Libras? All right, you got respect, connectivity, and then humor. So I guess there's like a trap mindset around like rules and regulations here. Yeah, I don't. Okay. All right, Virgo is next. That was kind of odd. Oh yeah, I ain't gonna say her name because I don't. I'm trying to get monetized and ads, and I don't know how that works. But yeah, that makes sense, child, because she does have two of them. She got two Sagittarius baby daddies. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. Yeah, I don't know. It's like Libra, your whole reading is centered around Sagittarius or something. All right. I don't even know any Libras that would be doing that right now. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't know. Trying to think of any Libras personally. All right, Virgo. Other than, I don't count family members in my readings. I don't be in their business, so I don't know what they doing. I have Libra family members, but like, I don't know. That's weird. I don't know. It could be a Libra. Mm-mm. All right, Virgos, y'all are up next. You said we both just shook our heads. Yeah. Because, girl, let me fix my lip gloss, y'all. Let me take a little intermission. Hold on. Oh, is this already muted? I don't even know, child. All right, hold on. Hold on, y'all. Be All right, I'm back. Okay. Make sure I unmuted all the platforms. We're almost at Leo. We're on Virgo now. We about to do Virgo. Had to get myself together, y'all. The digital footprint. Okay, I gotta look decent. All right. All right, Virgos. All right, what's the scenario for my Virgos? Let's see. What's the scenario for the Virgos? Okay, self-esteem. So Sagittarius is supposed to do this. They're supposed to feel different than other people or left out. That is what their advice was, which is interesting. But so it's a Sagittarius here. All right. All right, what role do you play here, Virgos? Excuse me. What role do you play here in your reading? Okay, self-love. So you're making yourself feel comfortable. All right. Okay, what are you doing out of self-love here? What are you doing out of self-love is superstition. You're concerned or you're worried. Okay. All right, what are you worried about here? So this could be like, okay, I don't feel comfortable doing this, so I'm not going to go, or I'm not going to. So it's like, I feel like you're like in a self-preservation mode or something like that. Welcome. All right, so what do you not trust, or what are you worried about? Okay, perspective. You're worried about how something looks. Okay. So let's explain. So in Sagittarius's reading, they did not care about that. Everybody else was trying to fit in or something like that. You're worried about how something looks? Okay, what? How what looks? A Libra? Are you with a Libra? This is the Libra card, so you might not like the Libra reading that I just did, or you're worried about how something looks, or it could also be a relationship. If you don't know a Libra, this could be a partnership. They rule relationships and partnerships. They also rule justice, cause, and effect. So you're like, yeah, I have to care about how that looks. All right, and you have spirituality. So maybe you're like, I don't want that Libra to believe in that. Or if it's a Sag, maybe they do something spiritual. I didn't pull spirituality in their reading, though. I pulled spirituality in Pisces reading. So the Sag is here, though. But you're like, I don't know how that's viewed. I don't like how that's viewed. You could also have a spiritual belief system about karma or justice, and that's what you're worried about. All right, what energy should you be in here? Or you're worried about how a Libra's belief system goes or something like that. You can have a Libra placement. What energy should you be in here, Virgos? Skill. Oh, so you're worried about how you look. You're worried about how you look, or you're worried about like how your own belief systems look or something. You should be in Libra energy. Leadership, courage, and inspiration and guidance. Okay. So you're like out of self-love. It's almost like you're worried about how it looks, like some sort of skill set you have. Maybe you have intuition. Maybe you have like dreams. Maybe you do your own cards. You're like, I don't want people to know I do that. Or, okay. What skill set do you have? I feel like, too, you're worried about, if you're thinking about justice or karma, you need to look at karma or justice in this case as simply cause and effect. If this is your skill set, what skills do you have here, Virgo? Defiance. You and Libra hate the Sagittarius. I don't know what that has to do. Okay, defiance, voice, courage, and style. Literally, you're not supposed to tell somebody that they should have the courage to do something their own way. All right, this is okay, I'm going to leave that there. Hold on, let's get tarot. That's confusing. Maybe you should watch the Libra reading. I should have clarified self-esteem, but I guess Sagittarius, that was their advice, was Sag. So I'm going to clarify that in a second. All right, let's get 8 cards here for you Virgos. Okay, 4 of Swords, not worried about it. So this is what Libra came out as in their reading. So partnering up with somebody's sexuality. Okay, you got the Lovers. All right, the 4 of Wands. This could be literal, like 2 people together, person that you're attracted to. You got 444. I feel like there's about like keeping a secret, keeping something to yourself, holding it in. All right, then you have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, a Judgment, and somebody actually does say it, and then the 2 of Cups. Okay. All right, what's your energy down here in these 8 cards? Okay, power. So you're saying something out loud or you're enforcing your own power here. What are you saying? What is your own power? Okay, rebellion. You're just like, I'm not going to follow those rules. I'm going to do something my own way. What do people normally do here? Versatility. So that was Sagittarius's dominant energy, or if we're talking about like different skill sets, you have different skill sets, you just don't want to display them, or there's some sort of way about women here. It could be mothers, women, wives, something like that. What are you doing that's different? So you're in dominance. All right, what are you able to dominate or control for yourself? Self-esteem. So it's similar. So your energy is different than you agree. I'm not going to say you agree, but Sag was supposed to be self-esteem. They were supposed to feel different. You don't feel different. It's like you know you're different or you have control over that, so you don't really care. But I'm not sure why the worry is here. What might trigger self-esteem here? I don't know why you should be worried. Dominance. It's almost like everybody, you don't have the temperance out, so I don't think this is, you're not dealing with a Sagittarius. I feel like you're dealing with a Libra. Something's like a chain reaction because the Libra felt insecure about a Sag and they're here with you. It's like a chain who is this? Virgo? It's odd. Okay. Okay, dominance over what over here? So that makes somebody feel left out. Yeah, love. This might be the Sag. So the Sag, they had control over their emotions. Somebody, okay, this is the thing. Somebody they feel left out because they don't get romanced very easily, or they can control themselves when they are in love. Like somebody likes somebody or cares about someone, but they're not going to let that be like the end all be all. So I don't think your reading, I don't think you have anything to do with, it's like a chain reaction. The Sag was over there by themselves, focused on themselves, and they came out in Libra's reading. Now you have Libra in your reading. So if you're wondering what's going on, it's a chain reaction. If you're wondering, well, why is Libra acting like that towards me? I feel like they might have something against the Sagittarius. I don't know what that has to, I'm not going to put this on Sag because I don't see them here. I hope I'm reading that correctly. I feel like this is a chain reaction. Something dealing with a Sagittarius. And this person, whatever's going on, somebody has control over this. They're fine being I'm not going to say somebody is isolated, but they're very, if you have dominance over love, you're not just loving everybody. You're not just generous to everybody. I'm going to say this too, with skill and spirituality, there are a lot of spiritual belief systems or religious belief systems that have people think they have to love thy neighbor and love everybody. And you need to use discernment. You can't just love everybody. So that's actually a good thing, but that may trigger somebody because they're like, well, why you don't love me or why you don't? But it's like I feel like in a scenario, somebody knows better, or they can still care about someone and still move accordingly. Because you are coming out as power with the Queen of Swords and the Judgment, and he had the Two of Cups. What is the Two of Cups? I feel like yeah, sexuality. It's that Libra. It has something to do with Libra here. You got sexuality, passion, change. All right, so there's some sort of relationship here. Yeah, and an angel. So if a Sag was involved, it's like they left a relationship. They're leaving a relationship, or they're not having sex with somebody, or something. I don't know what this. I don't know what your read's about. It's like took a turn. All right, what other energy should you be in with skill though, Virgos? And then we'll go to see the outcome here. All right, knowledge. Yeah, what are you already knowledgeable about? What do you already know? So I feel like it's a chain reaction. You already know mystery. You already know the secret behind something. So something's not a secret. Okay, what do you know here? What's supposed to be hidden? What is the secret? It's like you already know it. Sexuality. Okay, so if you're wondering, the secret behind something is sex. Or that's it. That's what it's about. Something is about sex. What is about sex? I don't know. All right, so what I feel like too, if we're like this would be the type of energy with self-esteem, dominance, and love. Somebody is able to have sex and not get attached. Or like I feel like the secret behind something, I don't want to say that. We might have to. Let's see. The secret behind what? I'll explain it if it comes out. So what it's like we're looking at something, we realize, oh, that's just about sex. Or that's just about the genders, or that's just about masculine and feminine, or the whole point of something is sex or something like that. So, or if you're wondering why something occurred the way it did, I hate to say it, but it's like two people had sex with each other, or the root of something is sex. Okay. What are we looking at that we don't realize is sexual? I hope he doesn't say anything crazy that that I have to explain. But what are we viewing at? We realize that it's sexual. Yeah, transition and emotions. So I feel like if you're wondering why are you emotionally attached, it's because you're having sex with somebody, or sex turns into you being emotionally attached. Scorpio had transition, so if you're wondering, that's because it was having sex. Sorry, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. What else are you supposed to do with this information? You already know the secret. They had sex. I don't know, or sex or something. Yeah, resistance. So either you need to learn how to resist becoming, maybe there's an emotional attachment, or what else do you need to resist other than sex here or something? Yeah, see, courage. Okay, so with courage and spirituality, I feel like somebody is using a religious belief system, and really the root of it is sex. There's a lot of things like that, y'all. And I don't want to offend nobody, but it's like, say somebody had like a polyamory cult. They just be wanting to have sex. Them men just be want to have sex with as many women as they want. If you ever watch any spiritual cult documentaries, they done got 20 children running around with these kids. Or if it's that, because I don't want to offend people, so I'm not going to say too much on that. But there's a lot of religious belief systems and spiritual belief systems that are literally just based around getting a woman to have sex with men. You guys can sit and think on that or write about it, do some research on it, but that's literally what it is. I feel like somebody's like, you're like, and I feel like too, it could be a Libra. There's something, there's like a spiritual belief system that the root of it is sex. You don't have to have courage to do that. Like, say somebody was like, ooh, have you ever tried like tantric, and it's supposed to illuminate the kundalini, and they trying to fuck. Like, it's not. I'm sorry, I don't want to say it like that, but it's like some people take things and they try to make it sound really deep, and the root of it is like, you're attractive and I want to have sex with you. So I don't want to, there's a million examples I can give you, but I'm not going to give it because I don't want to offend nobody. All right, Leo. Leo is next. Me being a Sag and not offending you, I deserve a trophy for that. Okay. I deserve. It's like, I'm just kidding. Let's see. Oh my gosh, my throat is killing me. I did clean my fan though. It was fine before. I might have to take another day of not talking. All right, because I don't want to lose my voice. All right, Leos. Now let's see what kind of foolishness y'all are. Let's see. All right, so what is the scenario for my Leos? What's the energy for my Leos? Okay, dominance. So we got a lot of dominance here. Okay. Sagittarius came out as dominance. I think Scorpio and Virgo had dominance, but dominance is here. So we're going to see what the dominant energy is in your reading. Let's see. All right, what is the dominant energy here? Okay, hustle. So it looks like two people working together or receiving money, finances. That has control over a scenario. So money, or whoever spends the most money, or two people working together. What does that have dominance over? Now, if somebody's doing something, you're wondering, why is somebody doing that? They getting paid, or they have to, or they're under a contract or something like that. All right, what is this dominating here? Just to put that out there. Connectivity. Yeah. Is somebody trapped because they owe money, or they're trapped because they got to spend money or something? Okay, there's vision. Okay, so oh, luck. Okay, so I feel like the opportunities around two people, or there's opportunities that control how we view fortune. The amount of money you receive, or the amount of money you're making. So somebody could be very abundant or have a lot of money. That's how it controls how they view something, or view the world, or view time. Okay. All right, what role do you play here, Leos? I don't know why I'm getting, it's almost like, I don't know, that kind of sounds kind of shady, but it's okay. There's like somebody funding, like say somebody funds a streamer, right? And they're using them to advertise something. It could be like that or something like that. I don't know. But if you're abundant, you can see more opportunities, or the people that you're around, it changes how you see things. So like say somebody grew up around all rich people, that's what they see. Or like if somebody grew up in a poor neighborhood, that's what they see. It's going to take a lot to like change that mindset with connectivity. All right, but let's see. What role do you play here, Leos? Okay, ambition. So you're working on something and you're building up something. So, but you could be working on something alone. So if you're wondering, it could be two people, they're actually working together or sharing finances together. Or if you're working on something, the way that you view your opportunities or your finances, you might need to look at, like, if you see people with a lot of money, look at that as something that you could manifest for yourself or work towards for yourself, if that's what this is about for you, because I feel like this is going to be a money reading. All right, so you might need to surround yourself with, like, depending on where you live, you can go to like a high-end restaurant for one night, even if you feel like, oh, it depends. I'm not telling you to do something you can't afford. Or, like, I wouldn't tell you to do something like that. But if you could afford, like, one day, like, to go out somewhere where people are more affluent, it might change the way you view things. All right, but we'll see. What other energy should you be in here, Leos? Okay, so you should actually be in spirituality. So with spirituality, in this case, I would be like optimistic. All right, be optimistic, be more positive. Now, this could be a thing like people need to have a balance too. Like maybe you already have enough money and you don't feel good about yourself. It's time to meditate or, something like that. Like anything spiritual, maybe research something spiritual. But I feel like this is more so about having faith, meditating, journaling, yoga, shit, I don't know. Maybe you're always working. What will spirituality help you with in this case? Okay, order. All right, so it might bring order to things. Maybe you feel like something is chaotic. What will it teach you to put first? Okay, inspiration. All right, so this could be Aquarius energy if you know an Aquarius or if you have an Aquarius placement, but I feel like you need to be inspired first. So if you're working towards something, people, okay, maybe you're like, man, those business owners, how do they see those opportunities? They were inspired to go after it or inspired to look after it. Maybe you're doing something you're not inspired first and you're just kind of doing something just to do it. You got inspiration, skill, and knowledge. So that's Aquarius and Libra, and then you may deal with a Capricorn. But if we're doing Aquarius, Libra energy, that's going backwards. And that's the mind. Those are air signs. So I feel like you need to think of the outcome that you want to reach first. So if we're talking about spirituality, a lot of people, when they talk about manifesting, they talk about what result do they want. So I feel like you need to think about, okay, this is the result that I want. Now that is what's going to cause you to find out information about it or learn about it, right? So I'm like, okay, I want to live in this type of house. I want to live in this type of condo. I want to have this type of car. Then you'll go research that. Or I want this type of job. Okay, research how to get that certification or it's something like that. All right, let's see what else spirituality is. But of course, spirituality can also give people hope, things like that, ground them. Because I mean, you can have very rich people that have no like spiritual grounding at all, and it may not they may just maybe be sad or something like that. This reminds me, I think that this, oh shoot, let me not overthink it. Hold on, I'm about to go out down the rabbit hole. Let me get 8 cards first. I ain't going to size it. I'm not going to size it. All right. Let's see. Let's get 8 cards here. Okay, we got the Ten of Swords, the Sun. You are the Sun. You're ruled by the Sun, or you could be the Strength card, and then the Knight of Swords. It's almost like somebody's going after you, Leo. The Seven of Pentacles. There's the Strength card. I'm a beast. All right, the Strength card. It could be, is it 2 Leos? The 5 of Wands, the 6 of Pentacles, and then the 6 of Swords. You keep repeating something. What are you repeating, Leo? What do you keep repeating? Resistance. What do you keep resisting? Inspiration. That's what needs to come first. So spirituality might inspire you to do something. You're inspired to do something. If it's an Aquarius, you're like, no, I don't want to do something opposite of me. I don't want to change. You are the only, you and Sagittarius are the only signs that's coming out in your own reading though. So you're here, but the difference between your cards and Sagittarius cards, they didn't have other people around. I feel like you're resisting other people. It's groups of people. What's inspiring you, first of all? What's inspiring you? It's like you get inspired to do an idea and then you don't do it. So that could be why you need like the optimism and the faith. What are you inspired to do? Okay, create something. Versatility. You're inspired to create. What's inspiring you to do that? Because it's like you're like, no, I don't want to do that, or something's inspiring you to be like tapped in more into your feminine side with the Empress energy. What's inspiring you? You're trapped. You feel trapped. Yeah, versatility. It's like you keep, so you can't, this idea, whatever this is, you keep thinking about it over and over and over again. It's like an idea that you can't really shake or something. Let me see. This is almost like an inkling, or like I didn't pull instinct or intuition, but it's like you keep, I don't want to, it's like you have an inkling or a feeling to do something and you don't want to do it. Let's see. What are you inspired by? You have a new perspective, the Ace of Swords. So you see something new. You see a new opportunity. You see like, this would be like, dang, like I didn't know they had like that little pink convertible. I want that. Or like, dang, I didn't know I could do that for a living. I didn't know about that job. I didn't know you could do that from home. But you don't do it though. I'm going to show you this too. These are both Leo to me. That's how I read it. So it's like, this Leo is like, okay, bet. Like I'm, a little baby. I'm having fun, whatever, riding the horse. This one is restraining. And that's what you keep doing. You keep kind of holding yourself back. Okay, what do you see that's new? You have like clarity. You have a new perspective. A new perspective on what? What do you see here? Yeah, it's something you're observing. The Page of Swords. So what is this? Maybe you see somebody else and they have a new perspective and they're thinking differently. So maybe if that's the comparison, maybe somebody has a new spiritual belief system and you're like, dang, like they looking good, or like they feel good about themselves or something like that. What else are you observing? Don't forget your advice is spirituality. So to have faith or be optimistic. Yeah, the Fool card is like somebody's free, or oh, they're optimistic, or they're doing something new, and it's like, but you can see it and you're not doing it. Let me see what the Fool card is then. It's like something brand new you haven't ever seen before. What's the Fool card? Hustle. Maybe somebody has like the freedom to have money. This is what is the dominant energy. So maybe somebody has the freedom to get money, or they have freedom because they have money or something like that. It's like, that's what you're watching. You're like, damn, I didn't know that, or I didn't know I could get money from that, or something like that. Okay, so what is it inspiring you to do? The Ace of Cups. I feel like you need to do something new that's creative. But you keep... Okay, so what's the... Let's get to the root of it then. What's the root of you restraining yourself? Why are you holding back? Maybe you traveled somewhere new and you like, oh shit, this is a nice area. I want to move here or something like that. But why are you holding yourself back? What's restraining yourself? Ambition. So maybe it's your job. You can do other jobs. Maybe you're like, no, I gotta stick with this career. You can switch. You can... Okay, ambition, innovation, love. And then defiance, love, and hate. Let me see. What's the... So I feel like it's your career or something like that. That's okay. You can do other things or... Also, don't be in a scenario where you're just always working. Maybe you need to try to, you know, take a break, take a breather, relax, take a day off if you can. I mean, I feel like if that's your advice, is spirituality and the thing that's holding you back is a repetitive cycle or your career. I'm not telling don't quit or nothing. I ain't saying all that, but... Let's see. What's the root of you holding yourself back? I feel like there could even be something else that you did that makes more money or something like that. Yeah, the World, the Four of Cups. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles. It's like you just keep... You're like, no, I'm bored, or I'm going to ignore that. Yeah, there's the Empress right there. You know you want to grow something or create something or maybe learn a new skill set, but you're like bored or... Okay, let me write that down. All right, Cancers. We're almost in Leo season 2. Cancer is next. Let's see. Happy birthday to the Cancers. All right, let's see. We're going to timestamp this after. All right, what is this scenario surrounding my Cancers here? What's the energy surrounding Cancers? Yourself, style, or another Cancer. This is you. So you're the center of your own reading. All right, you have your own personal way of doing something, but you could be dealing with another Cancer. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Cancers? Oh, excuse me. Oh, humor. All right, humor. Don't take something so seriously. Laugh, joke, enjoy something. If you can, take a break, laugh, watch something funny. You know, eat some food or something like that. You may need to see the irony in the situation. So what could be ironic, funny, humorous? Order. Okay, the way in which something is going. All right, what do we... I feel like, too, if you have to organize something or you have to do some work or anything like that, make it fun. Or, like, say you have to clean up, fix something, you're bored doing it. Put on some music, put on your favorite TV show, something like that. All right, what's being put first here? You're, like, laughing at how something is going, but what's put first here? Mystery. Okay, a secret. Hiding what? Somebody's like, okay, first we got to keep this a secret. You find that funny, though? So I guess something's not really a secret. All right, hiding what? All right, we got fluidity, power. We got self-esteem, personality. All right, so that came out in the... I forget. I know Sag's advice was self-esteem. They're supposed... Okay, yeah, they're supposed to be different. but that wasn't a secret. Okay. What else? Who else had that? I forget. All right, let's get 8 cards. Let's see. I think, never mind, I forget. It might have been Scorpio. Okay, you got the devil card. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. Capricorn is your opposite. Okay. Okay, this Capricorn. So the Capricorn reading, they were inspired to be a leader. They were inspired to initiate something. I feel like a Capricorn is going to be inspired by an Aries or something like that. Okay, personality. They're inspired to talk about themselves. Okay, you got the Empress, the 6 of Cups, the 7 of Swords. There's some manipulation of men and women. I feel like that is the humor. That's the irony. Literally, you have the devil card. I'm going to pick these 3 up. Literally, there's like a manipulator of men and women. If that's what we're talking about, if we're talking about the genders, somebody's manipulating men and women or something like that. Or that's what we're discussing. That could be the topic of discussion. That's why you find it funny. Like something's ironic. That's funny that you're bringing that up or something like that. All right, let's see. What is your you're the center of the reading though. So what about you, Cancer, with style? What about you? Okay, defense. What do you block? You like, so in the tarot, the Chariot to me is Cancer, and that's 7. This is also the 7 of Wands. So something about you, it's funny because you block something. And that's ironic. Okay, what do you block out here? Voice. You stop somebody from saying something. What is somebody saying? It's like because you're there, somebody's not able to say something. Okay, what do they want to say? Or potential spirituality and intuition, though. So their intuition is here. There's hustle. I just said that in the Leo reading. What? You stop. I feel like you stop somebody from putting spirituality above their... Oh, I know what that is. Something about... Okay, I'm not going to give a personal example on this one. But Cancer, you are a sign, right, that somebody should not put spirituality above their own intuition. You're a sign of that. You represent that. So like if somebody made a decision involving you, they followed their intuition, but if they would have went with spirituality, the situation would have been completely different. What would spirituality tell someone to do? And your evidence of that is the best way that I could say that. What would spirituality tell someone to do? See, it's something with you. I knew it. It's something about you. Vision, focus, and guidance. You would be focused on something completely different. What is somebody's intuition telling them to do? Perspective. They're like, no, that's just a perspective. That's just... It's like something is not a real rule. It's just because somebody religiously made it up, or somebody spiritually made something up. So intuitively, somebody's like, no, it's just perspective. It's just optics. It's just how you choose to view something. Like something is the same. 2 things are the same. I know what this is, and it has to do with genders because we got the Emperor and the Empress. Something is literally the same thing. It's completely the same thing, same situation. But because we slap like a title on one versus the other, we view this one differently. Or because this one's supposed to be religious, we view that differently. But it's the same exact thing across the board. So intuition is going to tell somebody like, yeah, I know I need to have a different perspective because I don't need to... How should somebody view this? You're the reason that somebody follows their intuition. How does somebody know to view this? Yeah, they see the truth. They see the truth of it. I've used this example before just because I made a video about this and nobody involved is a Cancer, but I was talking about how like everybody always makes a big deal about like, oh, we should listen to neo soul and we shouldn't listen to rap and it's low vibrational and you know other music is more spiritual. A lot of neo soul or like calmer music, a lot of it is about sex. They're talking about the same exact thing that rappers are talking about, but they make it sound better, or they're wearing head wraps, or they got incense blowing and sage, so oh it's better and this is more serious spiritual. They talking about sex too. They just saying it in a different way, or you may not like the way a rapper says it, but it's all perspective. We can see the truth about something. It's very, you're evidence of that. That's just an example. There's a million examples that we can go on all day. I can't. We can go on all day about it. What is the devil card here? So it's like we can see the truth. Yeah, order. They're organizing something. They're making it go a certain way. What are they putting first here? It's like optics, but it's like, okay, perspective is just perspective. What are they putting first here? All right, yeah, skill. What would instinctually, so somebody's like, no, logically this is going to happen. They could even be talking about karma. No, this is karmic. Da, 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 da. It's like, okay, well, if you take karma out of it, this is still the same situation. Or it was still going to happen anyway because of this, that, and the third, or something like that. What does intuition allow us to put first here? Yeah, respect. All right, it could be like self-respect, their own rules. All right, what's the outcome here for you, Cancers? If these are people, maybe there's something spiritual where somebody's like, oh, that Libra should come first, but really a Taurus should come first. If we're talking about masculine and feminine, this is a masculine energy. This is a feminine energy. This is air and earth. This is air, your thoughts. This is reality, excuse me. Taurus energy is our own personal resources, things like that. So it's like spiritually, we should put a Libra first, but intuition wise, we should put Taurus energy first. All right, what's the outcome for you, Cancers? Yeah, versatility and rebellion. All right. Gemini. Yeah, Gemini, Taurus, and Aries. All right, Geminis. What is the scenario surrounding the Geminis? Okay, self-love. Virgo came out as self-love, so if you are dealing with one. All right, what role do you play here, Geminis? Resistance. Okay, what are you resisting? Love. Okay, so I feel like you're self-love. You're resisting love. You're like, I don't really know if I should do something out of love for someone. All right, what other energy should you be in here, Geminis? Okay, you should be in spirituality too. So you and Leo. All right, so you may need to meditate. You may need some form of optimism here. What effect will spirituality have for you? This could be affirmations, things like that, or just being optimistic. What effect does spirituality have for you here, Geminis? Okay, innovation. This could be manifestation. All right, it's going to help you to create something. That could be the missing piece to your puzzle, basically. What are you able to create here? Or you're going to be able to manipulate something. Maybe you believe in manifestations, any work and stuff like that. But what are you able to create here? Vision. Okay, so if it's, first of all, be optimistic about what you envision for yourself. Okay, have faith in yourself. If this is about you trying to figure something out, this looks like maybe do your own readings. You need cards. I feel like it's going to make you be able to see something more clear. Okay, what are you going to be able to see here? Or you're just maybe you're just completing a vision for yourself, or maybe you're trying to get to the root of an issue. That could also be what spirituality helps with. All right, what are you able to see? Okay, passion. Maybe you're going to be able to see what you actually desire for yourself. You're trying to, I feel like you're trying to figure that out. All right. Or maybe you're like, okay, what's the root of this? And blah, blah, blah. Let's get 8 cards. Okay, you got the Ace of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so if you're resisting love, I feel like there's a new feeling that you're feeling, but you're kind of holding it in. Maybe you don't want to go out around people. You don't want to surround yourself with people right now. All right, the Fool card. All right, there's the High Priestess. So there's intuition. So if you're not following your intuition right now, I would pull cards. Y'all know that when I pull the High Priestess, I just look at that as like a card reader. This is not a plug, but maybe you need a reading. I'm not telling you, so don't be calling me no scammer or nothing, but it came out, so it is what it is. All right, you got the 3 of Swords. There's the Magician. So I feel like what's missing is faith. You don't have any faith or optimism. There's a Star, and there you got the Hierophant. I'm also getting too, maybe there's a religious belief system that's restraining you. What is intuition saying here real quick? What's intuition telling us to do? The signs that are out, you have an Aries, Aquarius, and a Taurus possibly. I feel like, too, this is a church. So if you're still in, like, a religious belief system, you may need to kind of expand your horizons a little bit. Well, what is intuition telling us with the High Priestess? Okay, voice. Okay, so literally what I'm saying right now. I just said that you're holding back. You don't want to speak. All right, voice and humor. So the reading that I just gave Cancer, literally I told them to laugh or enjoy something. That's it. Or I told them the irony in a situation. If this is a situation where it's resisting love, maybe you don't accept other types of people or something like that. Spirituality will open your mind up to that maybe. It's like you're missing some sort of element here. It's like you can't see. What else is blocking your vision? It's like you can't see something or... Okay, voice. What? What's being told to you? Okay, you got angel, healing, and mood. So I just said that a Sag was controlling their emotions or something like that. And we got luck. So what? Okay, passion is what you need to see. What do you desire for yourself then, Gemini? What do you desire for yourself? Okay, you desire defense. You want to block something out. You want to stop something. What do you want to block out? Or you want to reject something. Maybe you want to protect yourself. Oh, okay, worries. Okay. If you want to block out, excuse me, you want to block out worries, anxiety. I feel like spirituality is going to help you do that. I'm also getting to Virgo with self-love, and they're worried. So maybe you want to block out a Virgo. You're like, stop worrying about that. I feel like that's the root of it. Spirituality is going to help you see that the root of your desire or whatever you're trying to do, what you want to do is block out anxiety or worries. You don't want to have to overthink something anymore. You don't want to have to worry about something anymore. What are you worried about? Oh, defiance. Maybe you're worried about breaking rules or breaking regulations. You can still be spiritual and not like follow certain rules. You're like, am I wrong? Or yeah, see, there's intuition right there. You're like, I don't want to go against my intuition. So if you're making some sort of decisions here, maybe use your own cards. Where are you down in these 8 cards here? Determinate. Oh, focus. So you're focused on something else. This is why you need to be able to see. You can't see something. You're determined. You're focused. Let me pick this one up because that came out twice. Let's see. You're like hyper focused on something. What are you focused on? Maybe this can also be like, if it's a hyper focus, like maybe they're in it. I don't know y'all life. I'm not, I'm not judging or anything like that. But maybe there's like an addiction. Maybe you need to like replace it with journaling. Like, well, whenever you get a spirituality card, maybe you want to study something. Journal, meditate, incense, or yoga, Reiki healing. I mean, there's so many things you can do. Okay. What are you like determined, or what are you focused on? Because it's like you can't see that like the root of this is you just want to stop being anxious. Okay, so you're trying to create something, but the missing pieces is optimism. You can't create something because you're afraid. The missing piece is that you're worried. You're so focused on manipulating or creating something. What are you trying to create in the outcome here for yourself? Because it's like you can't see that deep down you're too worried or too afraid or something like that. What are you trying to create? It's like you're really focused on manipulating or something. Yeah, you want to create a certain perspective. You want to make something look a certain way. You want to manipulate somebody's perspective, but it's like you want to manipulate a perspective, or you want something to look a certain way, but you can't see something. Okay. Attitude or perspective on what? Finesse. If you, okay, it's almost like something's not working. Okay, this is what's going on, Gemini. Something is not working, but you are so focused or hell bent on making it look like it is. If that's not the case, it's like you want somebody to view like a shortcut or sneakiness as, okay, how do you want people to view finesse? As style. What? Okay, emotions, love. So something about a Cancer, and I just did that Cancer reading. I asked, what is the High Priestess voice and humor? So I literally just told a Cancer to see the irony in something. It's like you want somebody to make it look like something's moving forward. You're trying too hard to change the perspective when you need to change the thing. And you're worried about people maybe seeing this. Whose perspective do you care about? Is it, I guess it's people around you. Like who cares, or like who do you care about seeing this? Somebody that already sees the truth. So it's like, this is literally, this is like a lie, or it's not working. It's not working. I'm sorry. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know what you want to change it into, but somebody can already see the truth about it. And you're trying, like you're spending all of your energy covering up like a lie or something sneaky or tricky. That's what you're spending all of your energy on. But deep down, spirituality or something, I don't know what the spiritual asset is. I'll pull a card for that. But the spiritual element would actually literally make you see that deep down your desire is to block out a worry. Why are you worried? Because you're lying or you're tricking somebody, or you're just worried about people seeing the truth, and they do. It's visible. It's like it's completely visible. There's nothing. What? Okay, what else is the truth here? You got respect. There's a hierophant. So I feel like the root of it is like a religious belief system or something like that. Respect, dominance, and personality. You're worried about, this is what you're worried about. Deep down, you're worried about breaking the rules, going against the grain, defiance. The root of this is realizing that there's certain rules, regulations, some sort of like a status quo society that literally is controlling how you act, and we can see that. It's visible. It's like, okay, Gemini is acting like this because people are watching, or people think this, that, and the third about a Gemini. It would be, I mean, there's a million ways it could go, but it's like you're trying to make it look like we can see it. I mean, it's obvious. So that's your reading. Instead of trying to cover something up or like trying to make it look like you're okay with something, you need to be yourself. It's like it would be like me, like, I mean, I don't know. It's like it's a bad situation. You're trying to, it's like an ugly house. You want to cover it up with paint. But the house is broken down. The paint does not fix the floors and the roof and the plumbing. We can see it. But it's like, no. I'm following the guidelines. I'm following the regulations. It's coded. It's following the regulations. No, it's not. Like, it's something like that. We can see it. So basically, the root of this is spirituality will make you clearly see what you actually desire, and that is to stop worrying about being different or breaking rules or regulations. All right, Taurus is next. And then Aries after that, and then we'll be done. This will be timestamp, y'all. Listen, guys, if y'all want to challenge the readings, y'all can make a channel. That's all I got to say about that. I do not care. I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody. All right, Tauruses, y'all reading is up next. Y'all can go buy some cards. They be like $15 on Amazon. A YouTube channel is free. All right, what's the energy surrounding my Tauruses? Let's see. 168. Okay, fight. So there could be a distraction, a conflict. All right, somebody's distracted, conflicted, blah, blah, blah. All right, what role do you play here, Taurus? Okay, change. So you're changing something. Okay, what was the scenario before? So you're the person that's going to come in and constitute a change here. You may come out as like the death card, may have Scorpio placements. All right, so what was the scenario before? Okay, courage. All right, so it may turn into a superstition, or worry, but what does it change into here? Okay, spirituality. All right, so Taurus, you came out in the... All right, you came out in the Gemini reading, right? So if somebody has courage to do something, you're going to come in and like, no, this is the belief system. You shouldn't do that. What does somebody have the courage to do? I feel like that's the distraction. That's the conflict. What does somebody have the courage to do here? Okay, resist. Resist what? Okay, passion, sex. Oh my gosh. This is like, okay, wait. So somebody's not afraid to resist their desires or resist sex, and you're turning it into something spiritual. You're trying to. So the Virgo reading was like the secret behind something was sex. So I don't know if this is what's going on. We're like labeling something spiritual, but it's sexual, or somebody's resisting, yeah, passion and mood. So it's basically like if somebody took, like, did an impulsive move right now or acted off their impulses, they know that they would regret it. And you're changing it into spirituality. What the fuck? What are you doing to change this? We're going to see what the fight is about, or the conflict. What are you doing to change this? Mystery. You're hiding. You're hiding something. That's the secret behind it, is you're... Oh, this looks crazy. What are you... Okay. I feel like here, I don't know if I feel like I should tell what you're hiding, because this looks crazy. But what are you hiding with mystery? You're almost making somebody believe in something that... Yeah, mood. You regret something. This is... You're hiding the fact that you're sad. Or, okay, wait, hold up. This would be like, okay, be optimistic about this. But somebody's like, no, I don't think I should do that. And you're like, no, be optimistic. Believe in this. Here's this belief system, do this. But really you're hiding the fact that you regret something, or that you lost something. So you're going to make it seem like somebody should believe in something and they shouldn't? What? Because for whatever this is, it takes courage to resist it. It takes courage to say, nah, I'm not going to do that. So I don't know if it's everybody trying to fit into something, and you have to have the courage, like, stand out, or the courage to be different. What? I hope there's no... I don't know, Taurus. If this is within yourself, let's see. What energy should you be in, Taurus? Yeah, confidence, the Nine of Pentacles. You're hiding this. What made you... I don't know. Okay, what made you sad, or mood again? Okay, so the root of the reading is fight. What is the what are you conflicted about? What's the fight about? What are you distracted by? You're hiding that you're sad or sick, or you're distracted by words, or there's an argument. What's being said here? Yeah, resistance. So this is the thing. Somebody's like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm resisting that. I don't really want to do that. You might argue with them about that. It's almost like you want somebody to do the same thing that you did and you regret it. I'm so confused. Let's get a card. This would be like, I regret this, but I'm going to teach other people to do it because it's religious. You know what a good example of this is like, okay, I'm going to give this example, right? Because I saw it on TikTok. There was a girl, there's like a teenage girl. And she got, and I'm just, it is what it is. Y'all take from this story what you will. But it was a teenage girl. She got pregnant and she wanted an abortion. Her mother, and the mother has like a bunch of kids. Her mother convinced her to sign the rights over to her. And then when the baby was born, now the same mother is like forcing the girl to take care of that baby. So this would be a thing where, like, okay, I regret having a bunch of kids. I'm going to force my kid to have kids and tell her, oh, well, you know, if you kill that baby, you'll go to hell, or, you know, this baby is a blessing, knowing that that young girl cannot take care of that child. This is weird. It's like you're arguing with somebody because they're like, no, I don't want to do that. they're resisting something. You don't, and you're trying to put something spiritual on it. They're trying to make, what the fuck am I reading? I don't know what this is, but your advice is confidence. That's the 9 of Pentacles, so you should be okay. I don't think you shouldn't be sad here. I'm not gonna say you shouldn't be sad because, you know, that's easier said than done. We'll figure out what triggered you, but you have the resources or something like that to make something work. You're like mad that somebody's resisting something. I don't know why. That is okay. It would be like you're arguing. Maybe somebody's like, well, I don't believe in that. What? Okay. Let's see. I'm just pulling the cards, child. Let me get 8 cards here. Okay, you got the Chariot. So they were humor. They were supposed to be laughing or whatever, but you're hiding sadness. All right, you got the Chariot and the Strength, the Cancer and a Leo. 10 of Wands, the Devil card. The Queen of Wands, the 8 of Wands, the Star. Yeah, the 7 of Wands. This looks crazy. I don't know. What is your energy down here in these 8 cards? I know what those cards are, but that's something different. Okay, healing. What are you healing this into? Or you need to heal something? Yeah, there's intuition right here. You cannot escape somebody's intuition. Somebody's like, wait, okay, what is it blocking? I just saw this, the 7 of Wands. Intuition, okay, what's being blocked out with the 7 of Wands? Potential. What does something have the potential to become? Who is that? What is that? Oh, that's that meta thing. Oh. Okay, let's see. What does something have the potential to become here? Yeah, courage. Somebody's blocking out somebody's courage, literally. Somebody is supposed to become courageous, but you got to hide some sort of regret or something. This is Taurus? What's blocking somebody from being courageous? I feel like you're hiding something. You're not allowing... Yeah, resilience person. So this person knows they have to do something on their own or isolated. They already know that. Okay, what's the outcome for you? That's odd. I don't really know what that even means. What's the outcome for you, Taurus? Yeah, personality and guidance. What part of your personality is showing here? You're going to bring religion into something. All right, you got potential, sexuality, and power. All right. I don't even know what that meant. That was Taurus. We're about to do Aries. That was odd. Aries is last but not least. All right, what's the energy surrounding the Aries here? And then we're going to timestamp it. What's the energy surrounding the Aries? Okay, finesse. All right, so we have a plan. Maybe somebody's trying to do something that may not be working. That's the 7 of Swords. They typically get caught. It could, I mean, it depends. It's about being intentional, planning for something. What role do you play here, Aries? Oh, connectivity. All right, so right out the bat, if you're trying to do something, you get caught. The plan is not going to go as planned. This is the Seven of Swords, Eight of Swords. So if you're trying to do something, you might get caught, or it just doesn't go as planned. What is your intended outcome here? Ambition was Leo. I feel like too, you want something to keep repeating. The plan is for something to keep building. Okay, if you're planning on getting a job or something like that, like if you used anything fake, any fake information or something, I wouldn't do that if it's not too late. Just to throw that out there. But what's actually occurring here, or you wanted something to repeat or somebody to do some work for you, but what's actually occurring? Okay, guidance. What are you trapped with or stuck with? Okay, style, Cancer. So Cancer's, you keep thinking about a Cancer, or that Cancer's advice was to have fun or laugh or enjoy something. I feel like something may not go to the next step. What are we guided to do here instead with guidance? Mood. That was Taurus. Are you dealing with a Taurus? What? What energy should you be in here, Aries? What energy should you be? Why did everything kind of shift kind of odd? So you should be in self-esteem too. This is the same thing, Sagittarius, guys. So Sagittarius, theirs was slightly different. I'm going to write that you should do. Let's watch that reading. Theirs was a little different though. Because for them, they were supposed to feel left out, but their whole reading was about them. They were the only cards there. And it was about them controlling like a mindset. So with self-esteem, you might need to, maybe you want to feel isolated, or you're going to be different than people, different than other people. All right, there's the intuition. What might trigger your self-esteem here, Aries? Resistance. What are we resisting? Or you're the only one to resist something or not do something. Maybe somebody else is resisting something. We got transition and rebellion. So I feel like something, just if you're planning on doing something, it may not work. I just got to let you know that. Or you'll get, if you're trying to sneak or take a shortcut, you might get caught or whatever. All right, let's see. Let's get 8 cards here. Let's see if the Emperor comes out for you, though, because Sag had their own card as well. Okay, 4 of Pentacles, the Empress, the Strength. Yeah, you could be, I don't know if your intention was to deal with a Leo. All right, the 10 of Wands. Yeah, there's the 9 of Wands, the Hangman, 3 of Wands, and then the 9 of Pentacles. You're not coming out in your own reading, but Sagittarius kind of, they did. You're like offended because you view something. You got the Hangman, so you need to view something in a different way. You are coming out as connectivity because it's the way that you're viewing it. How do you currently view this scenario? Yeah, okay, so you view it as resistance. That's what's bothering you. That was the Leo. You view something as resistance. In this case, I feel like somebody's not resisting something. What do you think somebody is resisting? Like, to me, resistance is like, okay, this is difficult for me not to do, or I really want to do this or something like that. But I see confidence. That could be the Leo. What is somebody resisting here? Okay, yeah, they're resisting mood. They're not, you view it as like, okay, this person's resisting being sad. They really are sad. They really do regret that. That's what you're looking at. That's how you view it. Okay, you're like, no, that person really is sad. Like, why are they pretending that they're not sad? Or why are they pretending that they're not regretful? Why are they holding back tears? Like, this is how you're processing something. What are you looking at that you think that? What or who are you looking at here? Okay, spirituality. So you could be watching, I mean, you're literally watching a reader or watching me or watching a reading, or if you're dealing with a Taurus, that's okay. I don't know. Whatever you're looking at, you're like, they're resisting sadness or crying. Okay, how should you view what you're looking at? How should you actually view this? Change. So this must be a Taurus. If you're watching a Taurus with their spiritual belief system or something like that, they were hiding that they were sad, or you need to watch, something has changed. Somebody is not resisting. What was the scenario before? Like something actually has changed. The Strength card, okay, Leo or something. Something was repetitive. Okay, so the pattern has changed, but you still look at it the same way. Times have changed. Something is different. So something was always going the same way all the time. And I always talk about how, like, I think of the Strength card as or the 8, right, as infinity. So something was like on repeat. That was your intention. That's what you planned to do, right? Finesse and 8 of Pentacles. You thought forever it was always going to be the same. This is always the same pattern, same person. They're going to act the same way. That's how you view it. That's what you were planning on. So now that something has shifted, it's like you can't change the way you're looking at it. All right, what is it changed into now? So the pattern has changed, this person has changed, or whatever this is, the system has changed. All right, what is it changed into? Innovation. Yeah, this is completely different. This is not, so this is what you think somebody's resisting, like crying or something. What? You're like looking at a person. Now let's tie this back, because remember for Gemini, I said that the element that was missing from them was spirituality, but somebody is actually, yeah, dominance. Somebody is creating control or self-control. I'm going to see what else they've created for themselves, but you're like, oh, it's almost like you're looking at somebody, oh, you're holding back tears, or they're sad, or they really regret that. They don't. Somebody does not. Maybe they used to cry. Maybe they used to be sad. What used to make somebody sad here with mood? Okay, rebellion. Okay, love. Maybe you think somebody was in love, or what is this person able to create for themselves? Yeah, order. They're getting something back organized. What are they starting to put first here? Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think you got to open up your mindset. You don't see something clearly here. All right, so you got skill, versatility, and order. Maybe I feel like somebody's being very organized. They're planning their skill sets. They're really paying attention to something. They're being really logical about it. So somebody's being very logical in a scenario. Somebody's not sad. So what makes you feel different about this? You feel left out, or you feel different, or you feel offended, or I feel like too, this can be like, just know that you don't know everything. You don't know, that's okay. Or what else might trigger what would make you feel confident? I'm trying to figure out like what, oh yeah, dominance and superstition. I don't think somebody cares, or something like that. All right, what other energy should you be in? Okay, you should be in defense. All right, what do you need to block out here? Passion. Yeah, see, somebody's resisting. You thought somebody was resisting, but I don't think they really care. I don't know what that is. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'm going to timestamp this. I appreciate y'all for watching. Thank you. I'll be back tomorrow. I did do all the signs, so we'll go backwards tomorrow. Or I'm sorry, we'll go the other way tomorrow. I did backwards today. Make sure y'all tune into my YouTube, my TikTok, my Kick, all that good stuff. I appreciate y'all. And y'all have a good